In the world of Radio Shock Jock, the biggest are Opie and Anthony.
These people say shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio Bad Boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
What?
Hold on. Whose fault was that delay?
No.
Oh, is it?
What do you mean,
correct,
open, humiliated? What do you mean right in front of me?
When you just end like that, I had to
Dude, I looked at you and went, boom, like go.
That was sloppy.
If you had to say a celebrity that you most resemble, who would you say?
Jodie Foster?
If she ate the real Jodie Foster. Silence of the Hams.
This is where entertainment is going.
I do not touch that. The only things that may touch that is toilet paper and baby wipes.
I am right now.
Holy, oh my God.
They are sick freaks. How close did you get to having relations with the dog?
You have to put oven mitts on all the German Shepherds so they don't scratch Marjo.
It's time for people to understand these are words. If you don't like them, turn the dial.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Stupid words.
Hi.
That's all they are in the end. Just words.
Hello.
Hey, good morning. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
But did little Danny have an altercation with a taxi cab?
Yeah, I don't know if people understand, but maybe the people listening understand because they're with us. But when you work this early in the morning, it's an obstacle course out there trying to get to work. You got the drunk drivers coming home from the clubs.
Yep.
You got the cabbies that are like, don't have to follow the rules. No one's on the road besides the drunk drivers.
Wednesday's a treat usually because of the it's garbage truck day, which is really fun. They just stop wherever the hell they want.
Oh, yeah.
In the middle of a 5-lane road, they will just stop and start picking up garbage.
You know who's bad, too, is the guys that deliver the morning papers.
Yeah.
You know, you ever wonder, you get to work and there's the morning paper?
Mm-hmm.
The reason it's always there, guaranteed, is because these guys are insane.
Yeah, drive like maniacs.
While we're sleeping, although we get to see their last few stops as we come in to work every day, these guys drive down roadways backwards, the wrong way, sideways.
Yeah.
They'll pull up onto sidewalks in front of you. They don't care. They got to deliver the newspaper.
Sounding like me.
Right. Well, and the local news here did a whole story on it where they caught these guys, and it was pretty impressive some of the moves these guys have to get to make sure they get all their deliveries in before we wake up with the morning paper. So, I've been in an accident with Club Soda Kenny, and we've had a lot of near misses, and now our own Danny was in a little altercation this morning. It's crazy out there every morning. And I only live like 17, 20 blocks away, and it's an adventure every day. Every day.
Usually it's not bad, though. I mean, I've been taking the same ride every day for, I guess almost over 3 years now. And, I never really came close to an accident except today. And the best part was when the cabbie got out of his car after I finished screaming at him. I'm like, where are you going anyway? And he's telling me that he was on his way to the tomato store. So I'm glad that he ran his red light so that he can get to the tomato store.
The tomato store.
That much faster.
Good for him.
You messed up his cab?
No, not really. I mean, he's driving a steel, almost 4,000-pound Crown Victoria.
Right.
I'm driving a 89 Toyota Corolla.
Oh,
yeah. So, Two damage. I think he beat you.
Oh, yeah.
Cab wins every time in that one, in that matchup.
Although I did deliver the perfect pit maneuver. So
did you?
I spun him around and everything. It was fantastic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, it was pretty sweet.
But he was on the way to the tomato store. All right, well,
so,
great.
I mean, at least he got to drive his car home. Mine's in some animals impound yard somewhere. right? If you're locally, the UPS building in Queens, so that's just super convenient to get to, especially during the week.
Oh, really? It's just a nightmare.
Oh, it's absolutely so out of the way. It sucks. And now I'm not going to fix my car. That's such a crap car. Why would I even bother fixing it? So now I got to, try to find a car by, like, the weekend.
Oh, man.
Major World.
Saturday.
Major World.
Major World.
If you weren't such a raging alcoholic, I would give you my car for a while, but that's a rough one, man.
You'd find it would have like blood in the fender and like a little ribbon.
Yeah. A ribbon, a little patent leather buckle shoe.
One puppy paw. Happened.
Yeah, that would be a rough one, so good luck. Good luck to you on that.
I had a fun little episode driving yesterday myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of around where I live. When you go underneath like the parkway or the expressway, there's a left turn lane there to get back on the service road.
Yeah, sure.
You want to make a U-turn under the expressway to get from one direction of the service road to the other direction. Well, near where I live, I had to do that. So I'm in the left lane now, waiting for the light to change so I could continue, make another left, and be going the other direction on the service road. So they repainted some lines and stuff on the street and put a crosswalk in. The crosswalk was never there, but it's brand new. It's in there. Okay. So I go to make my left turn when the light turns green for me, and I'm just concentrating on oncoming traffic to make my left. So when the light's green, I see no oncoming traffic. I begin to make my turn. Then I see there's a guy in the crosswalk. Now, I can't sit there and wait in oncoming traffic. So I looked, realized I had enough time to get in front of him. It's a move that's done all the time in the city here. If someone's in the crosswalk out on Long Island, you're supposed to just stop and let him continue.
Pretty much any city in America at this point.
In New York City, though, it's pretty much just weave in and out of pedestrians.
Right.
So the guy had plenty of room. He had just stepped off the curb. And I realized I'm sitting in the middle of traffic, so let me just goose it, get past the crosswalk, and continue on my way. So I did that. I look in the rearview mirror, and the guy took his bag of groceries and wailed it at my car. Dude, he he was so angry with me that he threw his groceries at my car. He had just gone to like the grocery store that was on the corner, I guess.
Yeah.
He had like 4 plastic bags, 2 in each hand.
You gotta respect that. I gotta be honest.
He
man.
took one. He gave it the old David versus Goliath spin, and then wailed it. But I was already way too far. I so wanted to, like, my mind was wrapping around it still when I'm looking in the rearview mirror and just laughing my ass off.
Oh, you were laughing. All right, good.
I was hysterical laughing. The guy's face was mad. His groceries now strewn in the street. So I wanted to hook the U-turn back around again and go, did that make you happy? What did that do for you?
What did he have in the thing? Was it like a bunch of canned stuff, or was it just like little marshmallow bags?
I was hoping for his sake it was canned goods so he could salvage them and not, a coffee cake, something delicious that is now just squished in the road.
That's how mad you got him, because
he was so
I'm sure
mad.
The stuff he had in his bag was stuff he really wanted.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he just got it.
It wasn't necessities. He actually walked to the stores like, I want some crumb cake and maybe some Haagen-Dazs.
A pint of Haagen-Dazs and crumb cake. Oh, I'm going to,
And he had to throw it at your car, and then he had to turn around and go get the same exact stuff.
And that's what made me laugh, is the thought of him, like, yelling under his breath, picking up his groceries out of the street and trying to dodge traffic as he does it.
That's really funny.
And I just go in my locomotive past him. Choo-choo.
Yeah, well.
Ass.
And then Jimmy was saying he had an incident. What's going on with the show with a little road rage?
People are stupid.
Don't you read the papers? You get shot for road rage these days.
I am very aware. I was going down to the cellar last night, and I was running a few minutes late, so I'm behind a taxi cab. And whenever they have their light on at the top, it means they're looking for a fare, so they're going slow. And they're animals. They beep at you for anything. If the light goes plink and you don't move, they're like blah, blah.
Yep.
So I'm beeping at this guy because legitimately he was going terribly slow. So he's just going slower and slower. And, of course, I know he's doing it on purpose. Ugh. So we go a whole block, and he picks – this is like a one-lane side street. And he picks up a fare, and then I beep because he's not moving, and then he just waits at the green light and lets it turn.
Oh.
And
that is a bastard move.
It's amazing.
I've used it before.
How much did your body heat up, man?
I literally I had to pray because I wanted to take my car and attack his car with it. I wanted to drive my car into his car and assault him with my car.
Dude, he was like looking in his mirror going, hey, you take that, my friend.
I had to go to 7th Avenue, but he made it right on 9th. I made it right on 9th. I don't know if I've ever been so angry at a person. I was kind of smiling at him like, if I had a gun, I would kill this guy.
Yeah, you would
just
kill him.
I wasn't even kidding. I wasn't being ironic. I would have shot him in the street.
I've said things. I've verbally assaulted cab drivers to the point where they were so angry with me, like I could let out some vicious venom to cab drivers, and I do. When they pull some shenanigans like that, I pull up right next to them, roll the window down, and I go, hey, and it's nothing but, I swear to you, the worst venom that could spew out of a human's mouth to another human being comes out of my mouth, and they leave really feeling badly. They try to blow it off, but I'm saying things that really hit deep. Really deep.
You haven't lived until you've been in a cab and had a fight through the little window.
Oh, that's always fun too. Yeah,
trading jabs through the little square window.
What are you backing him up?
What?
What were you backing up your driver or?
Things happen. Well, but you haven't lived until you have an actual fight through. How big is the window that you hand your money through?
Oh, arguing in the cab, yeah.
Not even arguing. Got down to a freaking. You got to stick your lips to the. Hey, you son of a. No, not bitch. That. They keep it open, so it's like I don't know, maybe a foot by a foot.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, you haven't lived until you traded jabs through that space.
God, they're awful.
They are just this.
Jimmy brought up something.
There's some kind of entitlement going on with them that they don't quite understand.
Well, he said to me, because I looked at him and I was so angry. I didn't, because he had two old ladies in the car, so I didn't want to start screaming curses. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason I didn't.
Oh, I don't care. Children in the car, puppies. I will scream.
I was going, you drive slow. You drive too slow. I was smiling at him because I was beyond. I was so angry. It was almost like I was in a dream. And he wasn't cursing. He was just going, up yours, up yours. He was like an older guy.
What was he?
No, he was a white guy.
An old American guy?
He was an American guy. He was either a white guy or a light-skinned black guy. I couldn't even tell.
White cab drivers are insane. First of all, they're all just crazy people.
I couldn't tell. He was American, though.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell. He was like 2 lanes over. And, I was, but I can't never own a gun. I don't know how you own guns. I couldn't do it.
Oh, it's wonderful.
I could not do it.
You do bring up a good point about using your car. I've come very, very close to using my car to kind of just play a little NASCAR, trade a little paint. And I was thinking about this the other day that my car's getting a little too old and I got to get a brand new car. Not because I want a brand new car, but I know if I have a brand new car, then these thoughts of actually hitting another
you'll
vehicle
drive a little better
on the road will go away. I'm not going to do that with a brand new car.
Yeah.
But when you start looking at your car, and mine's about 6 years old now, and there's a lot of dings, and where work trucks have just dropped hammers on the hood and stuff, I really don't have anything to lose at this point.
Yeah.
And I was thinking of that the other day, so it's funny Jimmy brought that up, because I have these thoughts, and I'm like, what do I have to lose? I got an older car, and I'll just trade a little paint with this guy. Or actually, it's never a guy. Let's be honest. It's a soccer mom from freaking, Dix Hills or something.
Or somebody that just maybe came from some other land that has no concept of the rules.
You're not trading paint with a gang member or a wise guy. You always size them up. And I have no problem admitting this, and I think we all think this way, but if you say it on the radio, they'll call up, oh, you're a pussy. No, but we're all human beings. When someone cuts you off or does something on the road, you size them up and you're like, all right, I could take them, so now I'm going to make their life a living hell.
Yeah.
But if it's someone that looks like they're in the rap community or a gang member or a wise guy, or just a guy that looks like he works out at the gym, 8 days a week. Yes, I said 8 days a week. He figures out an extra day a week. Yes, that's the joke. Then you're leaving him alone. But if it's a soccer mom, getting a bit ballsy on the road, what are you doing? An older person, what are you doing? You're making their life a living hell. That's just how it works.
I leave the old people drivers alone. I never yell at them, but I will pull moves to get away from them. The most people I yell at on any given day are cab drivers and those goddamn black car livery drivers.
Well, yeah, but
they are so goddamn bad.
But there's a difference between the two. Like, I learned this a while ago. For some reason, if you get aggressive with a cab, they'll back way off because there's something going on that they rent their cars and they have to bring them back to the garage in perfect condition.
Yeah, that's where you get your edge.
Or something, they're gonna. There's something that goes on. They get in a lot of trouble because they back right off if you're aggressive with them. But the black cars, that's a whole nother story. I don't know what's going on with those guys. I think they own their own cars because they are the most aggressive cars on the road here in New York City.
And their license, you can always tell who they are because it's a taxi commission. The first letter of the license is T, the last letter is C.
Yeah.
So when I see that, I automatically hate the person behind the wheel.
Exactly.
Automatically hate them.
Whoa.
They're the worst.
The cabs, though, I usually wind up saying things about family members that are probably in a faraway country and how I hope one of our huge American bombs land on their houses. I swear to you, it is some of the worst stuff I've ever yelled out a window have been at cab drivers. There's also another thing going on, and this is pretty relatively new. Most cars these days, trucks anyway, have fold-away mirrors. I don't consider tapping mirrors to be any kind of accident or altercation. I really don't. A lot of people have no clue what the parameters of their vehicles are. I will sit there as a Honda Civic or something is in front of me, being unsure if they could fit through a spot where two trucks are. And meanwhile, I could just wail through in an SUV.
Yeah.
And it annoys the crap out of me that people don't know what the parameters of their vehicle are. Now, also, I'll make moves in between trucks that might be a little tight, and sometimes you hear da-dunk, you'll hit mirrors. And then I get, hey! The window goes down. It's like, dude, your mirror folds back now. It's not like the old days where it snaps off.
Oh, so when you bump it, it's just folding it back.
It's a little
not
mirror
really doing
tap.
Much damage.
Mirror tap is fine by me. I'll never do it to a new vehicle like that, whether it's mine or someone else's. But if it's just a couple of trucks on the road, a couple SUVs, or a big box truck, tapping mirrors is something you just do these days. That's it, or else you're going to be sitting there in traffic.
I'm really good going on those side roads. I have the peripheral figured out. I could go like 40, 50 miles an hour and have literally inches on each side.
Oh, dude. One time I had to be doing about 50 down a side street where these trucks were double parked.
So you have no room.
As I'm flying through, I'm hitting the button to suck my mirrors in.
Yeah.
And just make it through, and then the mirrors come back out.
When people are driving with me,
horrible.
They get really scared. I'm like, trust me, I've been doing this for a long time. No worries. I got it all figured out. I got my peripheral. I know exactly how much room I got on both sides. I size it up for a second, and then I'm gone.
Yeah.
And then you get behind someone that, you'll see them in another, situation where they got at least 2 feet on each side. You're like, why are you going a mile an hour? This is easy.
Bill, stop.
This is easy.
And then when a truck, this happens a lot when I drive home, trucks back into these loading docks, and it takes forever. But the second a space opens up in front of the truck, I'm gone. Right past them. But you'll get people in front of you that wait for the truck to get completely into the loading dock before they move.
Yeah.
Babe!
Let's go to the phones here. It's Fontaine. Fontaine, what's up?
Good morning, Shock.
Hey, guys. Hey, how are you, buddy? I was expecting a woman. Stupid me, but what's up?
Dude, this is the best video game ever. I mean, dodging garbage trucks, cab drivers, fat boys eating mayonnaise sandwiches walking down the street.
Well, it is like a video game.
Alley, and if you turn down the right alley, you might even see somebody throw a bloody ghee in the dumpster. Lingalungy!
The bloody ghee.
Wow, that is lingering.
Lingering.
Cricket. That's very good. Yeah, it is like a... I strap in every morning now, man.
Oh, yeah.
Kenny picks me up, and I strap in. I'm like, what are we going to see today?
You got to strap in.
I got to start taking notes, because I haven't even thought about this until, we started the show talking about our commute in. But you see interesting things every single day.
Oh, here's another little treat for my commute anyway. The Midtown Tunnel. At this hour of the morning when I come in, they close down one lane for cleaning.
Right.
A huge machine goes in. It looks like something out of a sci-fi movie with brushes and water nozzles and actually scrubs down the tiles in these tunnels.
For what reason?
For what?
I've seen that. I'm like, why?
And now that's what they do. They used to, if you remember going through like the Midtown Tunnel and stuff years ago, it was always just caked with exhaust and brake pad asbestos and stuff. So now they kind of scrub it off, whatever. But it's one lane is close, so it's just one lane through the tunnel. As I'm coming up to the toll plaza, I'll eyeball everything. If I see a box truck or one of those goddamn buses that haul Asian people around for some reason, they're white. They got double doors in the back. It looks like a little minibus. Those things are hell to be behind in a one-lane tunnel. So I'll size up everyone and blast the gas and just fly to the toll plaza, making sure I get in front of anything that's going to interrupt my drive through the tunnel. And a lot of times I will be yelled at by the cops at the toll plaza. Because I go through, I don't stop. The gate goes up, just misses the windshield of my car. Like I'm zooming through. But if you get behind one of those things, you'll be screaming. They do 10 miles an hour, and they're constantly on the brakes. So when they step on the brake, every time I see the brake light go on, beep, I beep the horn. Beep. Beep, and then it gets to the point where they understand when they put their foot on the brake, that's when I'm beeping. You gotta knock it into their heads.
You gotta wake them up a little bit.
Morons.
All right, we're just getting started here. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. We're gonna give away another $1,000 today between 7 and 7:30.
I forgot what the sound was. Oh, I remember what it was.
This is what you're listening for.
I think I even remember the
starting
number.
At 7 o'clock, sometime between 7 and 7:30. You gotta listen for this particular
sound that we will play right now.
But don't call now.
Don't call now.
When you hear this between 7 and 7:30.
I bring nothing to the table.
There's your sound of the day for the $1,000. Okay, we'll continue. It's Opie and Anthony. Hey, good morning to everybody. It's Opie and Anthony. It's the feedback going crazy. A lot of people from Boston checking in. Big win for the Red Sox last night. 13-1.
Yeah, it was close.
Beckett is unstoppable. Red Sox will win the World Series. Beckett gets to pitch possibly 3 times. They're not beating Beckett.
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to.
That's a tough one.
We say that year after year after year. Good pitching wins World Series in the end. Wins the World Series in the end.
That's why the Yankees got to keep doing things they were doing, getting guys like Kevin Brown and Randy Johnson. Spend the big bucks on men in their 40s with back problems. That's the way you win.
Yeah, the Yankee organization just doesn't understand that. They spend all their money on A-Rod and Derek Jeter and the rest, and then they go, we got some leftover money to get pitchers way past their prime.
Mm-hmm.
Pitching wins the World Series every time out.
Like Clemens.
Yeah. Pulling a hammy, after 10 pitches or whatever it was?
They just don't know how to scout.
Beckett was
build a stable of pitchers.
Beckett was ridiculous last night. 13-1 was the final score, right? 9 strikeouts, I think. What was his stats? 9 strikeouts in 7 innings. Go Sox, go! And that's what I go to the instant feedback. Opie, how about them Red Sox? Looks like the sports curse might be hibernating or something. I wrote them off the minute you said go Sox, but I guess I was wrong. Go Sox. Because
one game in.
Well, people have beaten me up on the instant feedback because the Red Sox won. I really, truly want the Red Sox to win the World Series.
Yeah, you do.
I absolutely do.
Seen a lot of B-hats out there. A lot of bandwagon jumpers.
The only team I would want to see win the World Series besides the Sox would be the Mets. And that wasn't in the cards this year, obviously.
What's your third choice?
Not the Yankees.
No. I didn't think it was, but do you have a third choice?
I kind of like the Phillies. I liked them this year.
Well, you sure did. You liked them right into golf.
Yeah, well, the Rockies just looked awful last night. And then they're saying, I pointed this out a while ago, and I've been on this thing for a while. The wildfires, now they're linking it to arson and terrorism. You got Arnie trying to calm everybody down there in California. They're starting to get the fires under control. They got a long ways to go, but...
yeah, the winds were dying down. They're getting more help in. And, Arnold is there, so everything's fine.
Well, that was the key, waiting for the winds to die down.
Oh, I thought you meant Arnold being there.
Oh, no, he's just a figurehead.
If you took somebody from, 1985, 89, 87, somewhere around there, and then just shipped them into the future... They'd watch all this and go like, wait a minute, why is Arnold Schwarzenegger talking about the fires?
Yeah.
And using some of his stupid movie lines. He's actually using his movie lines during some of these press conferences. Yeah. He's like, you have to be there for the people to, pump them up.
No.
He said pump them up. Yes.
Are you kidding? Well, we got some... Mr. Schwarzenegger told CNN, you've got to be with the people. It's the most important thing. You've got to go out there and you've got to visit all of the fire sites. You've got to shake hands with the firefighters. You've got to encourage them. Shake hands with the firefighters. They got hoses in their hands. Leave them alone. Shake their hands after it's all out. You've got to pump them up. There you go. You've got to tell them they're the greatest in the world.
Pump them up. The water crews that are dropping aerial water, you got to tell them, get to the chopper. Just a moaning, groaning idiot is in charge. I've been in this situation before in Predator. When they blew up the atomic nuclear device, everything was burning, but I came out okay. I suggest to the people of California, cover yourselves in mud. Cover yourselves completely in mud. So keep away the predator and protect you from the fire.
He went on to say, being out there with the people is the key thing. Don't hide in your capital because there's no action there at all.
No action. I need action. I'm the governor, you idiot. Come on.
Well, ABC...
Come on, do it. Do it. Come on. Put the fire out. Do it now.
ABC tried to get Arnold to compare the fires to Katrina.
Yeah? One is fire, one is water. Okay, next question.
You can't compare the two because one got help and the other one didn't.
The other one didn't. Right. I hear that Qualcomm Stadium, by the way, is like a luxury resort. People are coming in there and being treated like kings and queens.
At this point, I think they're passing out caviar to everybody.
Yeah, little caviar is being passed out. Actually, I heard on the news this morning, no crap, they were saying that besides the festive atmosphere in there, people are still worried that they have a house to go home to. So I'm like, wow, there's a festive atmosphere going on in a stadium full of people that have been in there for days.
Yeah.
Thousands of people. But they're getting everything they need. They're getting food and water and massages to relieve their stress, is what I'm hearing.
And they're not just finding a place to take a dump.
No, and of all the shots I've seen, I have not seen one of a dead body in a wheelchair next to the front door.
Oh, remember that?
We didn't see that. It's a different situation also because, I mean, you can get in and out of certain areas. It's not like it's water all around you and you can't leave. The fires are kind of surrounding certain areas.
It's an interesting observation, though. I mean, when your multi-million-dollar home is being burned down, they look at it differently than poor people.
Than an old tin shack with 8 people on the roof waving for a helicopter.
We really do suck in this country.
There could be a bit of a double standard.
Just a bit. This is ABC talking to Arnold. Comparing this to Katrina.
So you think the comparison to Katrina that everybody's making in the back of their minds these days is a good one in terms of state and federal?
All you have to do is just look around here and see how happy people are. No one is screaming, no one is complaining about anything.
No one's complaining about anything. It's
saying,
great.
Look, I got this under control, unlike that mayor down there in New Orleans.
It's great. Look at all the white faces. It's wonderful. Fantastic white faces.
Don't be confused. That's a white face, too. They just have mud on their face.
Very peaceful.
They still haven't showered. Those are white people, too.
Not like, well, you know. And don't let me bring up the Jews, too. My father, let him bring up the Jews.
Unbelievable. Then he continues.
Well, you're saying everybody's working together, but you have heard there have been some complaints from officials, for example, in Orange County, who say if we'd only had more resources earlier, more planes, more firefighting resources, we might have been able to head off those fires that are ravaging Orange County right now.
Anyone that is complaining about the planes just wants to complain because it's a bunch of nonsense. In fact, we have all the planes in the world here. We have 90 aircraft here, and they can't fly because of the wind situation. Trust me when I tell you, you're looking for a mistake, and you won't find it because it's all good news. As much as you maybe hate it, but it's good news.
I don't hate it. I'm just listening to Orange.
Hey, you know, God bless Arnold Schwarzenegger giving her a little crap because she's trying
to make something out of something that's not there.
You don't need to make more out of this story. It's pretty intense. It's very interesting to watch the coverage of these fires out there.
Yeah.
And the report, of course, trying to compare it to Katrina. Good for Arnold Schwarzenegger getting in her face a little bit.
Everything's good, fine.
Oh, I don't know if I agree with him that it was a party atmosphere.
Yeah.
No.
Your houses are burning.
They're not there. It's not a big Halloween bash.
There are a couple of people that might be a little upset.
Yeah. Their lives are on fire.
See? Everybody feeling hot. This is wonderful. Look, we're here at Qualcomm Stadium. It's great. There's a conga line going to pick up the caviar. This is wonderful. People like this. There you go. Hey, everybody on the fire truck. Come on. Take laps around Qualcomm. This is great. Yes, the fire's here, but we're feeling hot. Come on, dance, you idiot. I want to ask you again. Come here, reporter. Let me grope you. Look, I'm groping women reporters. I'm groping them as we do a conga line to hot. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, party. It's a party atmosphere. I'll see you at the wildfire party, Richter. Get your ass to California.
Hey, we got Wolf Blitzer on the line. I don't mean to interrupt you, Arnold, but we got Wolf Blitzer stepping aside from the Situation Room to call the Opie and Anthony show. Yes, Wolf.
Good morning. I can explain the conditions in Qualcomm Stadium.
Yeah.
They are so rich and they're so white.
Wow, Wolf with another faux pas.
Oops. They're so rich and so white.
Come on, everybody, do the electric slide.
Right. Celine Dion.
Oh, has she yapped up? These people.
Let the millionaires touch their mansions.
The fires. There are fires that are ruining mansions. People have paid millions for these, and now there's nothing left except their insurance policies, which will probably pay double the price of the house. Let them collect their money. Let them collect their millions of dollars in insurance.
Let's get some Escalades.
Yes, get some Escalades and break through the fire. All that's left are their built-in pools filled with water. Other houses are being burnt. These poor people have never seen millions and billions of dollars. Let them touch it.
Let them build their new mansions.
Put out the fires
so they can start rebuilding their mansions.
They will somehow be survivors.
That's what's interesting about this whole thing. It sucks to lose your house, obviously.
Yeah.
But the people that own those houses could build another one, the exact same one, on the exact same lot, and they will, right?
Yeah.
And they will do it quickly, too. You watch.
It's just all your personal stuff. For these people, it's not even the house. It's all like your memories and stuff. Hopefully you get that crap out.
You should be smart and have something in your basement, like a big fireproof safe.
Yeah.
Just throw all your valuables in there and expect the fire or the flood.
Let them touch it. And it's a black person because they've never seen one in the neighborhood before.
Let's go to Isaiah from Montreal. Montreal.
I was just going to suggest that maybe you play Burning Down the House as a tribute to those in California.
Oh, wow.
It's not funny.
Hot.
Everything's fine. Wonderful. Terrific. No fires here.
See, this
Look away.
This radio thing is it's challenging. Hot, funny, burning down the house, still fun.
It's still funny.
But just pissing off people. All right, thank you, Isaac.
What do you do with all your wedding photos and stuff? Do you think people here are kind of ready? Like, is there do you think most of them have a contingency plan to get the irreplaceable crap out of the house? Like, I mean, maybe I'm just being a naive idiot, but if you had your second home burned down,
you know what? No. I could speak for a lot of married people out there. I'm not married, but wedding photos just are worthless.
But they grab the album.
They're worthless. After you get wedding photos done, what do you do with them? You throw them in a book, and then you don't see it for the rest of your life.
Ends up the first couple of years of marriage. I think it ends up on an end table or the coffee table in your living room for people that want to come over and look, and then it just goes in a closet, or then it might end up in a box in the attic.
They're completely worthless.
I disagree. I like somebody shows me
much
a wedding
album.
album.
Much like the wife herself.
I like a good wedding album because the people well, this is. Like when they hold, she's holding the flowers, and these are the bridesmaids.
Exactly, man. Wedding photo albums worthless. That's what you learned today from this radio show.
I've pretty much scanned in even old pictures and videos. Everything is now on my computer. I have them in multiple locations on various hard drives. So what I really have to do is just kind of make sure I grab a hard drive, I guess.
This is crazy, but I have so many photos. For me, it's the photos that are irreplaceable. A few things I have, but mostly my pictures. And I've scanned a lot of the family stuff. And it's funny, I was talking to my Aunt Donna, and she had pictures of my father and my Uncle Joe and stuff. And she was like, look at these. And I'm like, why don't you scan those? And she can you do that and put them on a computer? Like,
paper.
Yes.
You know,
paper pictures.
You know what's making photos more valuable to you personally these days is like what I did and what Jimmy did. You know, usually you got all your pictures in a drawer or whatever, and you never really, spend the time looking through it and stuff. But now that's my screensaver. So I got a computer that is just flashing pictures from the last 3 or 4 years.
Make sure you know what album they're taking it from. You end up like that guy.
Yeah, right? But
Filipino boy and then a horse.
This one from, I love Tub Girl.
But now it's kind of cool. When I go into a house and I see one picture in a picture frame, to me that's really weird because, with the technology today, you could have a picture frame that is rotating pictures or a computer screen rotating pictures. And now it's now these pictures are kind of valuable and you do something with them.
Yeah, they're not just sitting in an album never to be seen.
That's a good idea, actually, man. You have to have a rotating picture frame. That's a good idea.
I bought one, for someone in the Philly crew last, I guess it's a year, almost 2 years ago, and it's so dated now.
What?
And it cost me a bloody fortune.
The picture frame thing
from B&H.
Well, also people can.
But now that technology, you can throw it on any computer. But I had to buy the actual picture frame, and it had a certain thing. You put the card in, and then it rotated your pictures.
People do that with their HD TVs. If you have it in your living room up on the wall,
exactly.
When the TV's not. When you're not watching TV, it's just scrolling pictures.
So you're burning it, or no, you're not burning it?
No, it's changing the whole time. So.
Panasonic, one of the sponsors of our show, we ended up getting TVs from those guys, and there's in the front of the TV, you put your little card in.
Yep.
And then, it rotates on the TV.
Yeah, through all that, so it kind of ends up being like a display of pictures up on your wall, and then when you want to watch TV, you watch TV.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, right?
Absolutely. It's the future.
Let's say hi to George on Long Island. George.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey.
Good evening.
My car is a mess because of you guys. This is the second time this week I shot coffee out of my nose laughing so hard on you guys.
What?
Unbelievable bits.
What got you? The hot? Or the Celine Dion?
Actually, the hot was it. And, Anthony was talking about Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, a couple days ago.
Oh, yes.
Why are you talking about Jane Seymour? I told you. F her.
Forgot.
F her.
F
Jane Seymour.
She's the wonderful
All right, boys.
woman.
Just wanted to call
and
and say hi.
entertainer.
All right, thank you, sir. Hey, I kind of want to pat myself on the back. I've been telling you that this wildfire thing, this is the next stage of terrorism. I've been saying this for well over a year.
Well, they are saying that it is arson. And again, I think it was Jimmy that brought it up. Did you bring up, how the hell do they find out it's arson when you have a...
They have figured out that the fire was set in 2 different areas, and they got that area quarantine or whatever, because they don't want to... What was the quote? They don't want to...
get burned.
Get burned. They don't want to get burned dead. They don't want to compromise the area, whatever.
Yeah.
So they already figured out where the fires have started. That is insane. And Jimmy did bring that up the other day. How did they say that?
I did. I don't know if I did actually.
I don't know. I knew it was some idiot.
Oh wait, it was me.
I don't think I did.
Yeah, I'll take credit for that too.
You know what it is? They actually found a match in the middle of the forest fire.
Right. Yeah, a match
or something.
Like, how the hell do you find that?
I don't know.
Where some bear in a fire hat walked out, said he was smoky. Turns out he was just a homosexual from Oakland.
We got the best California wildfire coverage on the radio, so let's continue. Yes, this is from Fox News.
The wildfires continue, and we were talking earlier in today's telecast with Adam Housley, and apparently police officers in a hovering helicopter saw a guy starting one of these fires. And Allison Camerata, an FBI memo from late in June of this year is popping up this morning, and it's ominous.
This actually has happened for many years in the past as well. An FBI memo sent out to local law enforcement said that an Al-Qaeda detainee had given them some information that the next wave of terrorism could be in the form of setting wildfires. So,
Could you get what was just on Channel 11?
I'm sure it's ugh.
Yeah, but you know what? If they're going to report on it all day, we got to talk about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, could you get that there? And then finally, it continues with this.
Brian, the plot, they say, according to this detainee, and they don't know if the detainee is telling the truth or if he's just lying. The plot was to set 3 or 4 wildfires, but they don't mention California. They mention Colorado, Montana, Utah, and Wyoming. And yet we do know for a fact that...
Wow, way to pick populated states.
I know,
that's pretty dumb if you're a terrorist.
I know. They're going to bomb. The Al-Qaeda's focusing now on Lancaster, PA.
All right.
They're going to attack a molasses factory and blow up that service road that the buggies all use to bring their churned butter to the general store. Idiocy.
And when they're done with that, they're going to bomb Death Valley because...
Death Valley's next.
Yeah, because no one wants to be that hot, I guess.
Yeah.
Utah, and Wyoming. And yet we do know for a fact that a number of the fires out in Southern California are of a suspicious nature, and they are investigating arson.
There you go.
Suspicious nature.
Kind of obvious, though. I mean,
yeah.
How do you defend against that? What? And now that is kind of out there now, like, we have to kind of figure out, wow, how do we defend against that?
But I'll say it's a bad move for terrorism. It's like it's an inconvenience and it sucks for a lot of wealthy people. But you're not hurting the infrastructure of the country. You're douching some nice people, I'm sure. But you're not. It's like 9/11 really was effective and awful, but you're not doing anything. But
I think it's more long term. You're you're tying up resources.
Yeah.
You are burning a lot of people's houses,
and you're burning through a lot of cash. I mean, this is well
this
into
costs
the billions
a lot of money,
point, right?
Yeah, the president declared a state of emergency, so that federal money is now.
I mean, Georgia
flowing in.
Georgia's really dry right now, really dry.
Yeah,
you know why?
You want to throw a match out the window? Georgia's the place to do it.
Wow.
Of course, don't. I mean, if you're a terrorist.
By the way, if you're driving,
I don't think I have to make suggestions to terrorists.
If you're driving your car and you throw a match out the window and it doesn't immediately go out, imagine if you threw a lit match out a window while doing 50 and it somehow managed to land without being extinguished.
Yeah, I don't know how that happens sometimes.
A match. If I sneeze, the match goes out. If you're doing 50, your match is doomed. You got to take a cigarette and some kindling.
Kindling? You need kindling wood.
Hey, do we have toothpicks to keep our eyes open? Because Mike, he's going to explain how they test trees for arson. Mike. Mike.
Let's go, guys.
Hey.
Hi, Mike.
Go ahead.
Actually, what they do is they take, the direction of the wind, and they find the actual place where they think the fire actually started.
Well, Mike, do they actually do they do weather tests on the weather that had been leading up to it, or is it basically just what is the exact process?
It's
Quiet.
We got the mayor of New Orleans on the line. Is he still the mayor? Who knows?
Mayor Ray Nagin, known for saying some pretty controversial stuff.
Is he still the mayor?
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Let's go to Mayor Ray Nagin. What's up, Mayor?
Gentlemen, I just wanted to let you know that San Diego will be a white chocolate city once more. They cannot keep us out. It will not happen.
Once again.
Wow, that's controversial, sir.
Once again, a very controversial remark from Mayor Ray Nagin.
Yeah, the wildfires just like Hurricane Katrina. Just like it.
It's white vanilla, Ray. See, that would be the kind of opposite of black.
White
Dark
chocolate.
chocolate, yeah. White chocolate. It's going to be a Zinfandel city. Sorry, just say white vanilla.
All right. Let's go to AJ in Connecticut. AJ, what's up?
How you doing, guys?
Hey.
You're absolutely right with the wedding album. I just have to tell you that. You know, I've been married 5 years. The wedding album was out with the video. You know, after that, I have no idea where it is.
Yeah, you'd play the video for people that come over, and then after a while it just goes, let's put this away.
No one wants to see your wedding video. No one. You know, I've had a lot of people married in my family, and they all got their wedding videos. Not once did they sit me down and go, we're going to watch the wedding video. They just know no one wants to see it. They don't even want to see it.
The only time you watch a wedding video is when your husband has been shot in the beginning of the movie, and no one knows he's dead until you're breathing cold air out. It's a good time when a wedding video helps you tie up a film.
It's an awkward
time for it.
It's an awkward video. Is this thing on? Oh, I don't know what to say. Just say something nice about the couple. Well, congratulations. Can you get me another white wine? I'm in the middle of making my video.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, you get some old bag, and she's got the microphone backwards.
Yeah.
No, turn it the other way, Grandma. Grandma.
My in-laws watch it probably every other day.
Yeah, I could see maybe with like a nice wedding photo that maybe display in your house, but after that, who gives a crap? No one wants to see it.
Yeah.
Exactly. A fire coming around my house, I'm grabbing my cigars and scotch and running out the door.
Yeah, see, I think a lot of wedding albums burned in California, and they could have saved those, but they're like, why?
Why bother?
All right.
Exactly.
Thank you, AJ.
You guys take it easy.
All right.
Fire
Peace.
sucks.
Let's take a break. Yeah, fire does.
I mean,
Wow.
I take risks like that on the radio. I'll say anything
You
crazy
will.
and edgy.
Got on the edge.
Yeah.
Fire sucks.
Fires suck.
That was probably first said by like a caveman.
Yeah.
That got burnt when he touched it.
The first caveman that came home and just saw like a hollowed out husk where all his cave drawings were.
Yeah.
There's no way to put them on disc.
Fire suck.
Sean, what's going on?
Yellow.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Sean, how are you, buddy?
Hey, what's up, guys? Just got in my car after work, popped on YSP, and they're playing music. What's up?
Are you kidding?
What do you mean?
Dude,
That must be a
they're
technical
playing
glitch.
They decided to go in another direction, and our fans are just outraged. And I think the big protest is today that's going to shut down the city of Philly.
Yeah.
They've been planning for the last 24 hours. It should be just an unbelievable display of outrage today in Philadelphia.
When and where?
Or no one's going to do anything.
Yeah.
Because that's how it works in radio. Your favorite show gets kicked off the radio, and there's nothing you can do about it. Great.
Went another direction, and we flew out the door.
Yeah.
Quick
They
question
turned
for you.
quickly.
Huh?
Quick question for you. If I get XM, can I listen to this side, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, this side
Okay.
is broadcast, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you can get the whole show then. That's just what I'll do then. Screw them.
Absolutely.
Watch the language, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, screw them. Whoa, that's a little harsh.
I just wanted to be radio friendly, boys.
You can also listen to us online there, sir. There's a bunch of the radio stations we're still on. They stream the show live online. All right?
Cool. I'll go to Circuit City today, my man.
All right. Thank you, Sean.
Have a good
We'll
one.
just move to New York.
Hang in there.
Yeah, there you go. Just moved to New York.
Yeah, the outrage in Philly is just out of control. Woo! Now, people really are pissed, but the problem is you don't know what to do about it.
No.
In the end, you
There's
just don't know
nothing.
what to do.
There's nothing.
But I
You
appreciate the
just deal.
people that are upset and calling the station and at least expressing themselves. That's good. I like that.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's making someone's day miserable, and I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
Yes.
Anytime you can make someone's day miserable, I, Opie, am happy.
Especially when it's on the behalf of the show.
Yes, of course. All right, we got some other things to do after the break. We got the Condi thing, which is really, really interesting.
Oh, yeah. Someone dropped the ball there.
Really interesting. And we'll tell you next, Jimmy. We'll tell you next. What else we got? And then there's something going on at our old radio station, WNEW. They're celebrating 40 years.
40 years.
And we have been left out.
Yeah.
Really? We might have to talk about that a little bit after the break, too.
For some reason.
It just shows you.
Left out.
And I know some of these people out there are going to be this old gag, but it just really, truly shows you how much radio stinks. It just stinks.
It's the same situation as AAF. Because they did a whole retrospective on that station.
All right, let's explain next. I think it'll be interesting for some people. And it might give us an excuse to break out the Carol Miller tapes. I don't know. We'll figure it out after the break, okay?
Right.
Opie and Anthony getting ready to give away $1,000. Hopefully you know the sound by now. If not, you're S out of luck today. I'm sorry. But this is... For the people that need to know the sound every day, you could go to onaradio.com, and the sound you need to listen for the $1,000 is up there, posted every day. Okay?
Yes.
But it's too late for today. I'm sorry if you don't know the sound. Then no, it's too late.
It's too late.
Screw them. It's Opie and Anthony. Yeah, we got lots going on today. It's Opie and Anthony heading to Boston tomorrow for the big Halloween party. We're going to see a lot of people listening to BCN tomorrow night. Looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah.
Stephen S. from Bayshore could a brush fire breakout in Kenny's hair. We'll tell you about it at 10. Yeah, Kenny, stay away from the terrorists, will you?
Helicopters flying over his head, dropping water.
I got to tell you, we have the worst timing in radio. We really do.
The worst. Oh, do we suck.
We're all over the TV this morning here in New York. Because they released satellite radio ratings.
Well, it's the first ever Arbitron ratings of satellite radio. People have been wondering, hey, how are some of these shows doing on satellite radio? We want to know.
Right.
So they actually rated them and put out some numbers. And we don't look good. Nothing but perfect timing on this one. Oh, do we suck.
We don't look good on this one. And unfortunately, I really wish David Hinckley would call us every once in a while. We could explain stuff, at least give our spin.
Not even a spin where it's like,
sometimes a spin is actual facts. It really is. I guess maybe we shouldn't use the word spin because then you think
spin is when you take it and you go, well, in the demos it was positive, or in this situation we were this or that. This is just a complete fact.
Well, why don't we play the story real fast and then we'll at least give our side of this, because the Stern fans and the One fans are just having a ball with this one. So at least we could throw some fuel on the fire. And help out our fans a little bit.
Yeah.
So they have some ammunition in this battle, because they're fighting all these crazy battles behind the scenes. This is what the news is reporting here in New York. Pretty much every 20 minutes, by the way.
Good morning to Craig and Tiffany. Well, Howard Stern calls himself the king of all media. I think for sure we can say he's at least the king of satellite radio. Arbitron has released its first ever ratings for XM and Sirius. This covers April through June of this year, and it shows that in an average week, about 1.2 million listeners at some point did listen to Stern's show. Now, Arbitron says just one other satellite channel, that's XM's Top 20 on 20, tops 1 million listeners on average. Now, Opie and Anthony of XM, they average about 216,000 listeners a week. Opie says that with what Sirius is paying Howard, XM is actually they're making more money for the company than Stern is making for Sirius.
See, that looks like the way she said that is not accurate, because it looks like she said to you, well, you guys only have 216,000 and you're responsible. Well, we make more money. That was just not the way it happened.
You expect the news to actually get something right?
Where's Eric Logan?
But we're trying to get Logan. But really fast, because then we can move on here. It doesn't look good for your boys, Opie and Anthony.
It looks like we have no listeners.
It looks like Howard's kicking our ass in satellite radio, and the fact is, it's not true. First of all, it was April to June. We're just getting the facts out there.
Yeah, here's what when this took place. This survey took place was April through June. And let's see,
the months of April, May,
and June. So April, if you recall, We took a vacation.
We took a 2-week vacation.
A 2-week vacation
that had everyone in a huge uproar, and it really pissed off a lot of people. Where like some of our radio stations that were on wanted to dump the show because they couldn't believe we would actually take 2 weeks. And satellite radio was thinking the same thing. Like, wow, this is not a good time to be taking 2 weeks. But whatever. That shouldn't affect it too much. But if you know anything about radio, it would affect it a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
But the biggie is then we come back. And we were on the radio, I think, less than a week. Then we had a homeless guy spew some outrageous crap about Condoleezza Rice, and our satellite radio company there, XM, suspended us for 30 days. Now, let me explain something. Not only did they suspend us for 30 days, they took away any Opie and Anthony mention from our channel.
No,
it wasn't
on XM.
Yeah, it wasn't like they were playing repeats of the show or anything. This is a month
where they pretty much, not pretty much, they took everything that had anything to do with Opie and Anthony off the channel to the point where our hardcore listeners were so outraged they actually were dumping the service in droves.
It was a big story.
It was a big story. You can look it up in the news for yourself. There was a lot of people that canceled their subscriptions.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people.
So for that survey period, we were off.
Eric Logan, who runs XM Satellite Radio. Eric, you got to make it fast because I'm sure Tom is like getting close to choking himself with one of his eyes down the hall.
In a closet looking at pornography. I'm kidding, Tom.
Listening to In Excess music.
Tom has very nice ties, actually.
Elo, make it really fast, please.
Look, I mean, there's so many issues with this thing. I mean, you're not going to hear either company really comment on the ratings. The numbers are so skewed. I mean, I could give you, when you get on the XM side, we'll talk a lot about it, but I mean, there's baseball issues with this thing, and the bottom line is...
But the day before we got...
Listen, the bottom line is,
yeah,
we didn't pay for the service, nor did the competitor pay for the service. They offered us to buy it. We didn't want to buy it. There's many issues with it. They did not even talk to satellite radio subscribers. This was just people who were listening. I mean, there's so many issues with this thing.
Wait, they didn't talk to all the XM subscribers?
No. This survey data was taken by them talking to radio listeners. They did not even talk to subscribers. They didn't even research our subscribers. They just it's for people who have a diary, like in New York City, who write down that they're listening to XM. Never mind the fact that the diary doesn't even have a little column where you can check, because the columns are AM, FM, and that's all it has.
Right. Okay.
I mean, I can get into a long...
So it's like a write-in vote?
It's silly. And by the way, that suspension thing, that has a pretty significant part of it. And if you go get the ratings, I'm sure from the terrestrial side, if you remember, don't you remember the ratings that went up when you guys were suspended because you were off of satellite and you went to where?
Oh,
where was the only place you guys could hear us?
Tom is opening windows down the hall. He's ready to jump.
There you go.
He's ready to jump, Elo.
All right. Well, Tom,
you do understand the position we're in, where we work for two companies and you both hate each other. So
I said no.
Relax a little bit. Relax a little bit.
Tom and I cuddled the other night.
It's a privilege for you to be on this side of the Opie and Anthony show.
And I'm going to be very respectful.
So show some respect, sir.
I do, and I love CBS Radio.
And why don't you tell everyone how many listeners we have on satellite? Like you told us the day before we got in all that trouble.
Watch him say 230,000.
No.
74 listeners.
74. No, I mean, the number that was told to us, but Elo, for some reason, they're not allowed to talk about it. The number Elo told us to our face was a lot closer to the number they're showing for Mr. Stern there. A lot closer.
It's the same number we have today. And when we get on the XM side, we can talk about it a lot more, so Tom doesn't jump out the window. I'll be happy to do it.
All right. Thank you, Elo.
Bye, Eric.
See you.
So there you go. But whatever.
I will say I didn't realize that they didn't talk to satellite subscribers. I did not realize that.
It's just a weird thing there, and then the fact that we were off for so much of that period that the survey was done really doesn't put us in the best light. But people are going to comment, people are going to bash, and it doesn't matter what the truth is, reality.
Well, you throw a little more of the facts out there and whatever. Maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But I'll tell you this much. The bigwigs from Washington flew in. Their timing was ridiculous.
Were they actually, Opie, giant wigs?
Big wigs.
Because I just picture these giant, various hairstyled wigs getting off a plane, and I laugh when I think about that. Did they take the jetway? Did they have to take the stairs to the runway? Do they go through security?
Yeah.
Big wigs got off the plane.
Big wigs.
Okay.
They're all like Flo from the Alice show.
Yeah.
Big beehive wigs.
And they sat us down.
Hate big wigs.
And they showed us how well we're doing for them.
Yeah.
And it was quite impressive. And it was over 1 million. It has to be said today because we look dumb in the press. It was over 1 million. And they were like, you guys should be proud of yourself and what you've accomplished, blah, blah, blah. And then as they took us to lunch to celebrate the fact that they had nothing but good news that they flew up for to show us,
yeah,
then everyone's Blackberries were going nuts with news that we were on the front page of the Drudge Report and our lives drastically changed like that. We went from heroes to, oh my God, do we even have a job?
To goats.
To goats. That's right, my friends.
Yeah.
That's right. Condoleezza Rice. Little protester got right in her face with bloody hands.
Wow, that was
not real bloody hands, by a little red paint makes it look like bloody hands.
It was amazing how close this woman got to the Secretary of State. Like, how the hell did that happen? Someone dropped the ball there. Heads must have been rolling.
Well, you can sometimes don't they walk through crowds though, like when the president shakes hands or whatever.
Yeah, but this was a very someone should have seen this woman was a problem, and she was getting very close.
Yeah, how do you get to hang around with
this?
With bloody / red painted hands, and no one's noticing. That's what I think Ant's getting at. It wasn't like just a casual person decided, oh wow, I could say something. I'm this close. The lady, look at the picture in the paper. They were bloody red hands.
Yeah, but she was also cranky, so they put 2 and 2 together and went, well, we know what's going on.
Yeah, her quote was, Condoleezza Rice, do you have a tampon?
I feel fat. I feel fat.
Man, Condoleezza Rice, you can read her mind. She is livid. And
of course she is. She's looking at her like, don't even.
She wants to tell this woman off so badly. She wants to.
I think some of her street was going to come out.
I was going to say, she wants to go ghetto on this broad.
Yeah,
She wants to go a bit ghetto on this broad.
Yep.
But here's the story.
War criminal.
See, this is the raw audio, obviously. So Condoleezza Rice is getting ready to what? Sit down and talk about the war somewhere else in the world? Who has the bit where they talk about how Condoleezza Rice, all she does is just go around the world waving, getting on planes, and just talking about the war?
Yeah, and then there might be a picture of her sitting at that little round table with the other person sitting on the other side of it.
With the microphone in front of her?
Yeah, and then they just go away again somewhere else. She's off.
Who had the bit? It was brilliant. It was a brilliant observation that she just goes all around the world and she just waves from the top of the stairs as she's getting into a plane, and that's pretty much her job.
Yeah.
They simplified her job to... What?
Oh, no. I said, you know what's awful about this woman, too, is not the fact that she's putting red paint, but the fact that when people see the blood of millions of Iraqis, it's like, what do you think Saddam Hussein, and I don't care about the Iraqis.
I know.
But it's like, what do you think he was doing? What's the matter with you?
And the blood of Iraqis, regardless of how you feel about the war, it is a war. I mean, what the hell are you going to do? You kill people. It's called a war.
The code pink shirt's a giveaway, though. Women for Peace. Like, how do you let someone with a code pink shirt
that
red,
close?
I bet she had the paint with her. She probably didn't walk around with red paint in her hands all day.
Yeah.
I'm a bingo player.
See, I thought it was I thought it was an American or something when I saw it real quickly, and then I realized she's protesting for the other side there.
Yeah.
Here's more raw audio. More protesters after I guess they got rid of her.
Yes.
You're hurting me. Arresting you. Did someone just come up? Condoleezza, hi! It's great to see you. As someone's getting tased in the background. What are you doing?
Well, I'm hearing that's actually her saying it's great to see you as she's sitting down getting ready to do what she's going to do.
Really?
I don't know. No.
I thought I heard someone say, Condoleezza.
Oh, you do hear that at the end?
I think I did.
Then maybe we got it wrong.
I think I did.
Let me go to the end of the clip again here.
Or maybe she said something else. Maybe it was like, Lisa or something. Or
yeah, I don't know.
That was good, though. It's just the screams of pain and what are you doing in the background?
And then she's just sitting down like nothing is happening.
I love it.
Wow, that's so weird when I see that stuff. Why can't you acknowledge that?
Never. They never do. They just kind of...
As a human being, wouldn't you be like, wow, that's pretty crazy? Like, have some kind of reaction?
I'd be like, how did that person get that close to me?
Or something.
Do you know who I am?
Like a robot just continuing with what she has to do that day.
That's how they operate.
Mary, Massachusetts. How are you, Mary?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. Why are you calling the Opie and Anthony show?
Well, I thought I heard you guys play I Bring Nothing to the Table in the background there when you're talking about your meeting with the bigwigs.
And you're a big fan of the Opie and Anthony show, are you?
Oh, don't start with me. I heard you picking on my friend Andrea the other day.
Oh, can't get anything by you.
They do travel in packs.
Except the fact that you heard a sound that wasn't played.
Mary, big fan of the show?
I just told you, the biggest fan. I love to listen to you when you talk about going through traffic and knocking them.
Mary, you're making a lot of people laugh if they've been following this bit. We talked about that today.
I love it.
We talked about that today. How about something we talked about last week? No, not even last week, because she's probably been listening since the prize.
How you hated kids. How you hated kids because they're dumb.
That was also during the contest period.
Yeah.
You got to go back at least a month.
Yeah, what's the... Go back a little bit.
Hey.
What?
You guys, how do you expect to get listeners if you treat them like crap?
Okay. See, she doesn't know that. If you knew the show, you'd know we treat our listeners like crap.
Yeah, even the faithful listeners get a nice punch to the face every once in a while.
Accept it, Mary. Accept it as...
Mary, how long have you been listening? Let's just have a little honesty
Let's
here.
be honest.
Yeah, how long have you been listening?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks, okay. All right, see? We like that. It's honesty.
See, I respect that. I really do respect that instead of like some of these prize pigs that are like trying to make believe they've been listening for years. 2 weeks.
No, I've been listening.
You've missed a lot of great radio, Mary.
Yeah.
I do get a few kicks out of you, and I did get stories from my son. He listens to you guys all the time, so he's always going, "You're not going to believe what they did."
Okay.
Hey, Mary, here's the sound you're supposed to be listening for. It's this. You got it, Ant?
Yeah.
I bring nothing to the table.
Yeah.
You better hang up so you get a chance to win this contest, Mary. What are you doing? What are you waiting for? Go!
I'm dialing with my other phone.
Oh.
Oh, wow. She is a pro.
Oh, and she's gone. She is gone.
She probably got a busy signal on that phone. Now she's trying again.
Let the record show I did not hang up on her. Mary had to hang up quickly to try to win the $1,000.
Yes.
All right, we'll get that winner as we go to break here. It's Opie and Anthony. It's the Opie and Anthony show. Let's go to Chris in New Hampshire really fast here. Hey, Chris, what's going on, buddy?
How you doing, guys? Just commuting into work.
And you just won $1,000?
Outstanding. Yep.
Very, very cool. What station are you listening on?
BCN.
Oh, cool. We're going to be up there tomorrow night for the big Halloween party. I think we're going to be on Toucher and Rich's show tomorrow afternoon. And we're doing a little dinner. And then we're doing the Halloween thing at the Hard Rock. So, congratulations, Chris.
Yeah, I just want to say, I want to see Old Dirty come back. What happened to that guy?
I think he's in jail. I think he's doing like 30 to life.
Yeah.
Bummer. Can you get an email from him at least? Give him our love.
We've tried to find some of these older guys from the other show, and most of them are just lost.
They've scattered.
We can't find half these people.
Remember PR? He emailed me. He said he's doing okay. I don't remember where he's living now, but a lot of the guys don't live in New York anymore.
Yeah, PR was like Old Dirty sidekick, and Old Dirty was just the real deal, man. As far as the hood goes, he knew what was going on.
He'd give us all the info.
That guy in the world.
Huh?
He was so laid back. He was awesome.
Yeah, he was great, man.
Yeah, I loved when he came in and just would tell us the latest scams going on in the neighborhood.
Latest scams, man. Yeah. He was the one that told us about how he would rip off the tops of the parking meters. That's one I remember.
Yeah.
With a big pipe cutter.
Yeah.
And they would just go around and around and rip the top of the parking meters off.
But then we asked him, we're like, well, then you have the tops of all these parking meters. How do you get into the inside? I forgot what he said, but then he told us that it was pretty impressive.
He knew a little bit about everything. As far as stealing went.
A little change.
Yeah. All right, Chris. Congratulations with the $1,000 up there in New Hampshire.
No problem. Thanks a lot, fellas.
All right, man. Keep listening. Thanks, Chris. We'll have tomorrow's sound in a few minutes. Maybe, how about Than picks one today? Than,
good idea.
Pick out the next sound for us. The latest on the Southern California wildfires. Just getting an email here. Property damage just in San Diego County totals over $1 billion. That's in just San Diego County alone. At least 1,500 homes across Southern California have been reduced to smoldering ruins. And this is what makes me just laugh. President Bush will make a 2:40 statement after viewing the destruction. Please tape that.
It's going to be the same crap.
That.
Fire.
What I've seen is devastating destruction of property and displaced people's lives.
All right, yeah. And
we want Governor Schwarzenegger to know that the federal government's commitment to the state of California is blah, 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 blah.
Dylan.
It's going to be just a robotic speech.
Dylan shakes hands with the president. Does that manly Conan handshake where you grab the forearms.
Didn't he go nowhere near? Bush went nowhere near downtown New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't he send somebody?
Flew over a couple of weeks later, I think.
Mississippi.
Yeah.
I think he took a space shuttle flight and
took a look that way.
And took a look that way as the space shuttle was orbiting around the Earth. Hey, got something for Anthony here. Listen closely.
Over 100 million Americans keep guns in their homes for protection. The Second Amendment to the Constitution guarantees all Americans the right to keep and bear arms, but these arms must be accessible. The patented backup gun rack keeps your shotgun at your bedside and is easily...
Wow. Oh! Tell me more.
Well, you were saying the other day you got guns laying all around the house.
I got guns all over the joint.
Shouldn't you
no better way.
Shouldn't you lock up some of the guns? Really?
I have no need to. I don't have children. There are no children around.
Oh, that's right. You hate children.
Yeah. Why would I?
$39.
Yeah. Yes?
You walk into his bedroom, and there's just like a shotgun leaning up against the wall in a corner with the laundry.
That's my position. It's my tactical position. I can roll out of bed, grab the gun, and actually have great cover by my closet and the laundry.
Behind what? You gonna hide behind the folded sheets? You gonna hide behind a quilt?
Don't shoot me. You cannot penetrate this quilt.
And I bet you...
My cloak of invisibility.
I bet you've practiced your move a few times.
Never practiced the roll move.
The roll out of bed, grab the gun.
No.
Point and shoot.
I've actually had to grab the gun once.
What?
Well, I wasn't sure where the sound was downstairs.
What?
It was a very loud sound. I wasn't sure what it was.
Please, for the love of God, be careful. I don't want to hear that you killed your own mother because she came over with a
Mommy knows
with
not
a
to come over.
housewarming gift.
After she was grazed the first time, she knows. Don't bother coming over.
You're playing Army.
Yeah.
He's playing
fun.
Army. He's playing little forts built all over.
A fort.
I'll meet you behind sofa 6.
I stopped over his house 2 weeks ago on a Sunday, and he didn't answer the door, and I have keys to the house, and I went in, and I was with my wife.
Why would you go into his house if he's not answering? Are you stupid?
Well,
you're a cop.
He's armed, too, so at least it's a fair fight.
We had to make potty. So we went in, and then we heard him downstairs in the basement, and Ange was just begging me, please call him and let him know we're in the house before he shoots us. He's probably shooting something in the basement. Please.
No, I was shooting something, but with a video camera.
Lately, we've been talking about Apocalypse Now and Marlon Brando at the end of Apocalypse Now. Anthony is slowly becoming that character.
No.
Slowly but surely, he's becoming that character.
I am just well defended.
Sure are.
I'm well protected. I am exercising my Second Amendment right to bear arms, and I do it to the umpteenth.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. I like being armed to the teeth. It's amazing.
You're exercising that right for all the people that aren't.
It's great. I could even go commie. I got an AK-47 if I want. I'll load that sucker up. Nice 30-round banana clip.
That's great. Well, now
I want to go American. I go my AR.
Well, now we got a gun rack for you that you can put, right on the back of your bed?
on the side of the bed.
On the side. Let's listen
Sure,
in.
so you could probably reach down and just fondle it.
This is for Anthony.
Must be accessible. The patented backup gun rack keeps your shotgun at your bedside and is easily hidden by blankets and sheets. The patented backup device slides easily between your mattress and box spring and mounts your shotgun flush at your bedside, enabling access to your shotgun while in the lying position in your bed. For only $39.95, you can own the backup to make your guns accessible to you when you need them, yet hidden and out of the way when you don't. For only $39.95, you'll get the valuable time that may be needed to adequately protect you and your home. It's the smartest money you'll spend in your life. Get up now and call the number on your screen. Make your firearms accessible by ordering the backup. It's adjustable to fit any shotgun. Many customers are buying one for each side of the bed.
Call or go online. The backup is not intended for use in homes with children.
That sounds great. I'm going to order that.
Yeah.
Where's the phone?
Oh, damn it.
Oh, my foot.
Hey, if Steve's listening, can we put that commercial up on onaradio.com later today?
The backup. Yeah, look at where that thing goes.
You can check it out right now if you go to YouTube. The new backup commercial. It's up there for you.
You could pretty much just put your arm down, lift your arm a little, and fire right through your blanket at somebody.
That's good, though, because it's one on either side of the bed is important, too, because you never know where you're going to be sleeping when the burglar is right there.
That's true. You could be on one side of the bed and wake up and go, I think he's on the other side of the bed.
And for an extra $10, you get the Backup Deluxe, where you can sleep with the gun duct taped to your arm. What's the matter with these people?
The guy sounded pretty happy about the whole thing, too. You'll be killing people before you know it.
For an extra $10, put chocolate sauce on the muzzle so the little tot goes over and takes a little taste.
And the big patriotic music playing in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'd like to see, you know something? Laugh your goddamn heads off, because I bet if somebody came into your house, a home invasion, you'd be sitting there going, if only I had this.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, oh, boy, what am I going to... All right, they're coming up the stairs. What am I going to do?
Paranoia.
911. Hello? Can I... yes, 911. I think... All right, it's over, Johnny.
Paranoia. What about the intruders getting some of the guns that you have laying around downstairs and everywhere else? Or are they strategically located that they're not going to find them?
My guns move around the house.
Oh.
If I know I'm going to be spending a lot of time downstairs... then the gun will join me downstairs.
He's insane.
If I'm upstairs, then the gun's upstairs, so that way when there's somebody downstairs, they're not going to use my gun against me.
I would never want to see a home invasion happen to you. But do you bring one into the bathroom when you're on the bowl?
No, shower. If I have to shower and I'm alone in the house, I will probably take something small into the bathroom with me.
For an extra $20, get the Negro Identifier. Have it put on your front door so you see one when they're walking up. What's the matter with these people?
Did you read about the guy who was in the shower? A home invasion happened, and there he is, wet, soapy, and naked, getting the crap beat out of him.
Great.
Why? Well, then what's the big deal if you take a gun with you into the shower?
I also read about the other 300 million people that didn't happen to.
Well, I was going to go with that.
Ain't gonna be me.
Hold on, I was going to go with that. I've also read about the guy that won the lottery. That ain't happened to me either.
Not in the shower.
Do you not go to the bathroom because a snake pops up through the toilet once in a while?
I don't care about snakes popping up through the toilet.
And rats come up from the toilet,
too? That's fine. I care about home invasions. I care about criminals and crime and rapists and robbers. Those are the people that are not going to make any headway. Their career in crime will end at my front door. End. Ooh.
Let's go to Max.
Thank you.
Max, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, Ope, I think you could have used that thing when that black dude tried to rape you up in Buffalo.
All right.
Your lungers.
All right, why do you have to bring up a very embarrassing time for me? I don't know if I had a gun what I would have done in that situation. He ran. The guy ran. And by the way, for the new listeners, I did not get raped by a black guy, okay?
No.
But he was taking a very close look.
It was consensual. He tried to claim rape, but they're like, there's no signs of struggle. You even open the door, and there's a flower on the bed.
It's not gay if you think you're going to be raped. You're
Absolutely.
Right.
You're right. I'm with you.
Jesus.
If you're doing it to prevent a punch in the jaw,
Yeah.
you're just pushing back quickly to get him out of there. There's
Right.
nothing gay about it.
There
Matter
you
of fact,
go.
you're still all man.
Steve, Philly, what's up?
Yo, hey, Owen, hey, man.
Hey.
I can't stand this friggin' city, man. They took you guys off the air, and this President Steve, they suck. They completely suck. I hope you guys come back somewhere in Philly.
Well, I hope, see, we're not even talking to our audience down there that is pissed off because the ones that were, whatever, Philly people are still listening to the show in other ways, but I wish I could talk to the people. Like, they are really pissed and they don't know what to do about it.
I'd love to have the Philly people involved in the gun conversation. They like their guns over there, too.
Oh, boy, do they.
Philadelphia, they were calling.
Yeah, the murder rate down there is
call it Philadelphia.
ridiculous. But, Steve, I don't know. It's time to start calling the other stations down there. We will do everything we can to get back on the air in Philly sooner than later. But Bob's too busy, negotiating the deal for our replacement down there. So I guess when he's done with that, then he'll figure out what we could do with the Philly situation. So,
Yeah, all right, man.
all right,
Thanks.
Steve, thank you.
All right.
Which just amazes me, but what are you going to do? If I start thinking about that stuff, I'll go nuts. All right. Well, there's just tons of Philly calls coming in every day. We're doing well too today. That just infuriates me. That situation is driving me nuts when I'm not here. Just driving me nuts, and that's why I don't have a gun. See, bring it back to the gun thing. Some people are responsible enough that they could handle a gun in their life.
It's like a recovering alcoholic knows can't have one drink.
Right.
So somebody with a gun problem shouldn't have guns.
My lovely fiancée has been babysitting me the last couple of days.
Really?
You know how many times I've heard, no.
Oh, Jesus.
As I'm picking up things and I just want to throw them. I can't tell you how many times in the last couple of days I heard, no. And then it snaps me out and be like, oh, yeah, okay, calm down. All right, take a deep breath. So I guess I wouldn't do well with a gun in my house.
No.
I only hear no when things are going on in the bedroom and she's on her stomach. I'm like, come on. No. I'm not that tired.
No. Well, I will have our day in Philly to prove a lot of things.
Yeah.
Wow. I am doing some heavy breathing right now. All right.
We got to leave these things at the studio door.
Why, you don't think that that if like Howard got taken off the market, Buckwald would be negotiating for the replacement?
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you for getting it. Thank you. Our agent is negotiating the deal for our replacement, and he thinks there's no problem with that.
If I could play the devil's advocate, it is his client.
Well,
I don't know what he was. What was he supposed to do? Say, I can't represent you?
Yeah.
Really?
I would.
Just drop him as a client.
Yeah. I don't want to be one of many in a stable of clients. Yeah, absolutely. I would say, wow, this is a little too tough. Opie and Anthony have made me a bloody fortune in the last 10 years. And because of Opie, don't get me started, really, because this is going to get ugly. Opie and Anthony have also turned a lot of clients onto Mr. Eatman over the years because of our success. Yeah, I would absolutely say, wow, this is a rough one, man. These guys have made me a bloody fortune. Absolutely, I would. I would step away from this one. Absolutely. He doesn't need all those clients. We make him a bloody effing fortune. And if he focused just on our careers, he would make even more money instead of dealing with smaller shows all over the country. Don't get me started. Seriously. It's infuriating. We got kicked off in Philly.
I think you're started already.
I know. And I'm trying to be better. Trust me. But it's enraging. We should never have been kicked off of Philly, and now we got to sit back and watch him negotiate the deal for our replacement. That's insane. That is insane in my world. Insane. It's insane. And the best he could tell me is, well, someone was going to do the deal. Oh, great. That's the answer I want after 10 years of making you a bloody fortune. For what? I don't even know. I really don't know. Because when the going gets tough, he sure isn't around.
Well,
his advice like, oh, you guys got to get the ratings up in Philly. That's the best that he could tell us when things are going weird. Oh, God, you got to get the ratings up in Philly. Oh, my God. I might actually have to work if you don't do that.
He's an agent.
Try to figure something out.
He's an agent.
Oh.
He negotiates deals.
And then gets a lot of money to sit back and watch things just kind of get a little weird.
If we got a manager, then I could see.
Well,
a manager would do like something like that. An agent contractually, all he is supposed to do is book
Bob
the deal.
wanted to do more than just that, but he hasn't. Okay, trust me, the manager thing is going to happen now because you can't sit back and watch this crap happen. You know, who's watching out for our best interest? He's not. You're not watching out for our best interest when you watch the Philly thing happen and then you negotiate the deal with the guy that's going to replace Opie and Anthony. That's not watching out for my best interest. I deserve a little more with the money we pay him. A lot more. Hey, Halloween tips. Halloween right around the corner. Less than a week away, right? Down to 5 or 6 days. We'll have to agree to disagree, man, but...
Who's disagreeing?
Nah, Aunt sees it another way. And
I just see things a little differently as far as the situation goes. It happens.
Dude, it's an insult. You know?
I'm in the middle. Like, you're both correct. He is an agent. That is technically his job. I mean, honestly, it is. However, it does...
It's an insult.
Instead of trying to get a new gig, you concentrate on this, but then again, it is kind of his life. There's no one's wrong with it. It's like both points are very right.
He's completely wrong. I haven't heard from him in over a day. Like, what is he doing about the Philly situation? Is he contacting the other stations? What is he doing? Seriously, what is he doing? But he doesn't have time because he's negotiating the deal for our replacement. That's insane to me. I'm sorry. It's insane to me.
I talked to him last night, and he has spoken with a few people in Philly.
Oh, well,
but I
get to find out live in the air. That's fun. Oh, but he's doing his job, right? That's a guy doing his job, right? I find out from Anthony live on the air that he has spoken to people down there.
He said you hung up on him.
Yeah, and I will continue hanging up.
Well, that's probably why you don't know.
Send me an email. Send me an email. Yeah, I did hang up on him, and I will continue. He's gotten 10% of my money for a long time. When the going gets tough, this is where he has to finally work. He hasn't worked in a long time, except for negotiating a deal every once in a while. And guess what? Guess what, Ant? The reason his job's so easy is because we have an effing great show.
Oh, I know that.
It's not like he's pulling a magic act here. We're a commodity. People want this radio show. It makes his job so effing easy. So all I ask is when the going gets tough, he shows something, and he shows nothing. And I'm so sick of being disrespected by people. He's showing that we're just one of many in his stable. That's not what I signed on for when we got him as an agent. So he's talked to people? That's good to know.
Well, he's talked to people that,
All right, just people.
We've had dealings with before.
All right. They hate us, though.
No. We're still beloved.
Is there a peak of interest?
Well, discuss that part off the air.
And by the way,
we're going urban.
And by the way, just to make a point and to show pretty much the world I'm insane, I am working for free in Philly, and Bob gets 10% of zero. And that's where it's going to hurt him.
That's the way it is with my deal. Thanks, Dan.
I will get great happiness in that. I'm working for free when we get back to Philadelphia radio. If they want to pay after we become number one or negotiate that, whatever, fine. But I want to work for free in Philadelphia radio. I don't need the money, and I want to see Bob take 10% of zero. And then I will finally be happy, and then we can maybe start working together again. But I'm working for free. And people think, well, Opie's working for free down in Philly because they have to pay him out. No, I'm working for free as we move forward. Stop trying to spin my crap, okay? My crap is very easy. Just listen with your stupid ears and stop spinning my crap on message boards. I want to work for free in Philly radio. That's what I want to do, to show that I still have the passion for this. Don't spin it. Well, the reason is, really, are you in my life? Am I calling you at home?
No.
My crap is my crap.
Remember, my crap is my crap.
Right. When I say something, that's it. Don't spin it. That's it. I don't even know if we get paid to the end of the contract. I really don't. I don't care. I want to work in Philly radio for free, and I want to sit back and watch Bob Eatman get an aneurysm because he realized he's making 10% of zero. And then everyone could whisper behind my back that I'm insane. Great. I don't care. That's what I do now because I'm infuriated with that situation. The other stations we lost, I told Tom yesterday and other people in corporate, I get it. I understand how this business works, but the Philly situation is so ridiculous. I want to be on the radio by Monday. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait until Bob, negotiates the deal for our replacement and then gets back to us. I want it to happen now. And I want to do it for free. For free. 10% of zero. Enjoy that one, Bob. Halloween tips next on the Opie and Anthony Show. Feeling better. Quick electric shock in the bathroom, and I'm back, boys and girls.
You're right as rain.
Thank you, E-Rock. I needed this. Everybody, let's let this kick in here. I'm sorry. Yes, we're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. I needed that, E-Rock. Thank you very, 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 very much. That's Drew Boogie. That's an amazing piece of production. Anthony has tomorrow's sound for the contest. Ooh. Another $1,000 to give away tomorrow. What's the sound?
Here's the sound.
How
does the sound?
All right, that was a nice setup. So when you hear that tomorrow between 7 and 7:30, if you're the 10th caller, you're going to win the next $1,000. And that sound will be up on onaradio.com, just in case you don't listen one day and you want to know what the sound is or whatever that means. All right? A lot of gun owners checking in. A lot of disgruntled listeners checking in. Where to go? Sarah, what's
Only
up?
They could join forces.
Gentlemen, how are you? I have no reason to be getting up anymore. I emailed you. I'd like to take a hollow tip bullet in my mouth before I listen to Preston and Steve.
Oh, she did it.
Literally?
Jesus.
Listen to David Lee Roth. I mean, it's like pollution in Philadelphia, and we're not all ugly.
I know.
All of us love you, so.
Hey, I brought the average way down when I picked a pretty one from Philly, so. Oh, isn't that adorable?
I'm a huge fan, and I'm kind of smoking. I mean, I get some attention from guys, so I'm a huge fan, and my heart is broken.
Hey, Sarah, you know what?
Yeah.
I would like to see. I'm not going to lie to you. I would like to see a little passion from the Philly audience down there. Express your frustration. It would make me very, very happy. Maybe call some of these other radio stations and see if there's an interest in the Opie and Anthony show.
I want the YSP building to look like that last helicopter going out of Vietnam.
I have no problem. I have a blazer. I will install a turret, and I will rampage WISP. I will never listen to those loonies again. They suck. And I'm amazed that all of Philadelphia buys into Preston and Steve's crap. I think we were retarded.
We were doing okay. We were on our way. I mean, This was a long fight, and we were in for the long haul, but I guess they weren't. So
my husband works an hour away, and the only reason I drive him to work is to listen to you. So to my dismay yesterday, in the gray morning at 7.
Do we still have O&A Pest? I hope we do. Maybe they could. I like when they show their intelligence. By the way, I'm more for that. It is very, very, very frustrating what happened to us in Philly, and we're going to do everything we can to get back on the Philly airwaves. Yeah, by the way, getting back to that, I made that joke all weekend. Obnoxiously, knowing it was a stupid joke, but I'm like, we were reading the article about how Philly's like one of the ugliest cities in America. No, the ugliest city in America.
Yeah.
And I made the joke that I took the pretty one out of Philly and it dropped the average drastically.
That's a good scene in the show, like where you make the joke and you both just kind of look at each other like and laugh, like ha ha. Wait, what did my girlfriend do? Laughing? Oh, it was so awful. She wanted me to kiss her mouth while she laughed. Oh, yeah, she's like, kiss me while I'm laughing. I don't want to. And she's going, ha, 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 kiss me while I'm laughing. Like, I don't want to kiss you. But we're in a restaurant, and she won't shut up until I kiss her.
While she's laughing.
Oh, it's so annoying, because she's like, ha, ha, ha. I'm like, all right, shut up. That, and she makes me open my mouth so she can make animal noises into my mouth.
Really?
Yeah, like I'll open my mouth, and she'll go, oh, and she claws into my stupid mouth.
She's sort of crazy.
She's a real kook.
You got like kind of a crazy chick.
Yeah, she's out of her mind.
In a good way, though.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's really good when you try to have a nice quiet meal.
Crazy.
I'm like, we're in a 5-star restaurant. Kiss me while I'm laughing. All right. It's like dating a retard.
By the way, we had to cancel phone call Thursday today. It was crucial to just hang up on everyone calling in for phone call Thursday. We got to kind of try to keep the lines open for other things today. I mean, look,
other things.
It's amazing the volume of calls coming in the last few days, and we appreciate the support, Philly. But see, they're not hearing that. That's what's so silly about saying what I just said. Hey, Halloween tips. We're doing this because it just kind of like shows how ridiculous the local news is. We get to point and laugh at them. Every year they do their Halloween stories, and it's just nonsense.
It's the same stories, first of all. And then second of all, they're just stupid.
Although I respect Channel 11 because they did the chicks wearing really hot costume fashion show thing the other day. That was really good. That was different. Just the hottest Halloween costumes for really hot chicks. That was something that was enjoyable to watch instead of telling everybody out there to check their apples for
razor blades and pins.
Speaking of Channel 11, tomorrow's the big day. E-Rock, you ready?
Oh.
E-Rock's going to be on Channel 11 tomorrow here in New York doing Dance Friday. And for the rest of the country, don't worry. We'll get the video and we'll get it up on onaradio.com so you can laugh too.
You getting nervous, E-Rock? A little butterflies going on?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah?
And what's
male
flies to on live TV tomorrow?
I don't think we get to pick the song. I think they...
probably. There's probably somebody that gets paid to pick it.
I'm nervous. He's getting butter sticks.
Is Master Poe going with you?
Yes.
Oh, no.
You got to get Poe dancing.
Yeah.
You have to.
And you guys got to wear some Opie and Anthony stuff.
Dude.
This might start the whole assault on the media thing.
Okay, that's hysterical.
Yeah.
You and Poe are going in?
Poe is apparently going to teach everyone at Channel 11 how to dance.
I love it.
Fantastic.
Oh, God, there's a God. Yeah.
It couldn't be better.
It couldn't be. Poe always listens to the show. And who was? I think E-Rock said that he looks like he was dancing the other day, and he looks like Thriller, like the zombie dance from Thriller.
Hey, what time you dancing tomorrow?
I think we're on at 7:30.
7:30. Oh, pinpoint listening.
Oh yes, that's very important.
Pinpoint listening. Just do a good show. How about that? Which we do, by the way.
And by the way, we all missed the fact that Eric should have his face slapped for when you said what time are you dancing. He should have said, I don't know, it's about 7:30. He's like, well, I think we're on at 7:30. As if you've been in many makeup rooms and had many rehearsals and you just know what time showtime is.
That's the approximate time they gave us.
I understand that, but the way you phrased it made me want to dip my hand in warm oil and slap your face.
We're going to simulcast Dance Friday with our own E-Rock and Master Poe tomorrow on the Opie and Anthony Show. Hopefully around 7:30. All right, so this is the latest Halloween tips coming in. I want to thank everybody across America for sending in their local news doing Halloween tips.
Hot oil.
with warm oil. Like what you do is it bubbles a little bit, and you soak your hand in it, and you clean shave him first. You dry shave him,
right?
So his face is kind of shaven and smooth, and you get like you line it up, and you gently pat his cheek with oil so there's good friction. Then you go.
Ouch.
A crispy slap.
All right, ready for Halloween tips?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay. Listen closely. This is your news.
Believe it or not, Halloween just 8 days away, if you're counting.
Believe it or not, Halloween 8 days away. Wow.
Why believe it or not? You have to look at a calendar.
Right.
Halloween's been on the same date for as long as I remember. October 31st.
Let's have a little fun. Raise your hand out there if you were thinking to yourself, wow, believe it or not, Halloween 8 days away.
No? Hands? Anyone? No.
That's an interesting thing to say if it's like July 11th.
Yeah.
Right.
My God, I don't believe it.
It really snuck up on us this year. Did it? Did it sneak up? Is it going to be on the 30th? That would be sneaking up.
I don't even give Halloween a thought until, like, all of a sudden you're just going about your life, and one day you see a pumpkin somewhere, and you're like, oh yeah, okay. And then that's it. And then you're like, yeah, all right, it's Halloween season, I guess.
Believe it or not, Halloween just 8 days away. If you're counting, that's 1 week from tomorrow.
No, but there's a lot you need to know when it comes to keeping your little ghosts and goblins safe.
Ew, your little
ghosts and goblins safe.
And once again, I forgot my Culture of Fear book. I didn't really forget. I can't find anything in my house right now. I'm living in squalor again.
I want real ghosts and goblins safe. They come to the house and just ravage you and haunt your house like poltergeist.
Well, it's a way to
your children.
Not put things on the shelf that they can accidentally knock over while they're going, ooh.
Boo.
To the parents out there, your kids are safe. You can go trick-or-treating. Nothing is going to happen to your kids. This is part of the Culture of Fear. And without this, the news has nothing to talk about whatsoever.
Ghosts and goblins safe.
WSBT's Kelly Cheatham is live in our South Bend newsroom this morning. Kelly, please say it's important to start thinking about Halloween safety now.
Well, Kirk, there are a lot of things parents should be going over by themselves and also with their kids to make sure next Wednesday night goes smoothly for everyone. Now, police say some of the mistakes parents make are buying their kids costumes that are too baggy and they could cause kids to trip. It's important to hem that costume now and get reflective tape on it. Police say you should also give your kids glow sticks or flashlights so they're easy for everyone to see. They also say parents often don't realize that the eye holes might not be big enough for kids to see what's right in front of them.
A fist.
Why does the news have to insist on doing common sense things? And they make it
common sense. Yeah, don't put the masks on upside down and have your kids try to look through the mouth hole.
Kids are not being run over by cars during Halloween. They're just not.
Are they not? Really?
No, they're not. Or you would hear about it year after year. Maybe one kid every once in a while. It's just a horrible tragedy. But in general, no, it's not happening. They make it sound like it's an epidemic. Like kids are, in costumes where they can't see, and they got... And they're tripping over their own costume, and they're just wandering into traffic. I mean,
trying to adjust the mask as you walk out onto the expressway.
Right, nothing but razor blade apples in their bags, and all sorts of different poisons in their candy. None of this stuff happens.
No.
Make sure that you know the route that the kids are going to be taking for the day. Plan a route so if something happens, at least you know where to go looking for them. Make sure that they stick to the route. Also, try and do it during light hours. The trick-or-treat hours now are light, but if it's an overcast night, it might still be dark, so take precautions for that.
If you want to welcome trick-or-treaters at your door, you're asked to leave your porch lights on. And for more tips on keeping your trick-or-treaters safe this year, you can go to our website, WSBT.com, and click on news links.
Can we go there, please?
Now, we know those Halloween pranks, that's an issue a lot of neighborhoods deal with. Police have a warning for the pranksters.
Oh. Well, that's right. They say that something one person thinks might be a joke could end up going much further than that. They also say that they won't tolerate anything that puts other people in danger, whether it was meant to be a joke or not.
What does that even mean?
Eric, can you go
to that? That was very vague.
I want to go to the website for tips. I want to see what kind of tips they're offering.
Tips? From tipsters?
No, but they said go to our website for some additional tips. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe there's some helpful tips. Additional tips.
Yeah.
And I'd like to help people out.
Yeah, let's look at that. When I went to Geneseo State, there was a point I was at the crossroads as far as should I do radio or TV? Like I was doing. God, I wish I could find the tapes. I don't know if I have them.
Oh.
Buzzy might though. My friend Buzzy might have me doing newscasts.
Oh, come on!
At the college TV station, and I was like, wow, I do the radio show, and I could pretty much say and do whatever the hell I want, and it's kind of exciting. Or I could sit here in front of a camera and read. And even back then, I'm like, this is the stupidest thing. Why would anyone want to do this for a living?
Those should be on YouTube.
I know. Well, know what I'm going to put on YouTube? I finally got some old boxes back in my abode.
Yes.
I got all the Real Rock TV shows, every single one.
Oh, wow.
And they'll all be up on YouTube in the coming months.
Nice.
I just got to get the house in order because it's having some work done on it, so... But I'll give those to Steve.
Yeah, I haven't seen those in a while. There's a couple of them up on YouTube, like a couple of small little clips and snippets.
Yeah, they got us talking to Gavin Ross.
Yeah, it was weird just to see those. I was like, holy jeez.
Yeah,
I remember that a lifetime ago.
Yeah. So, did we get the website up? What are you, Rock?
What are we doing?
What are you doing?
Trying to get the site.
Why? Just type in a www and then the site name.
Oh, boy, E-Rock wasn't listening.
Oh, E-Rock.
Where were you?
I'm having a printer problem. I was going to get something and I came running back.
We're on the air, Eric.
Yeah, I keep telling you, when we're on the air, you might want to sit.
He's running out for weird things. What's the matter? The decorations are falling off the door. What?
I think E-Rock is an addict.
No, attic is more accurate. He's just a vacant space at the top of the home.
I think he's running out to, like, indulge.
He is.
He's something.
But he has suppositories. Can't stop eating them.
It's probably some real bizarre thing. He just can't help himself.
If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again.
All right.
If you need help.
That's the sound in his head. Do we have the tips, the helpful tips? Do you know which site it was? WSBT?
E-Rock? E-Rock.
Yeah, it's
E-Rock, you have officially stopped the show.
I'm waiting for the link.
Yeah, E-Rock.
He's panicking.
I'm like, the link's gonna.
He's typing in every website. He started with AAA.com. He's just hoping to land on it.
It's up to ABC Carpets. Let's go here.
No, I wanted the helpful. There you go.
I don't know the website. I'm trying to find.
Why don't you know the website?
Because I was running.
We just played the bit.
I didn't know the website. I'm sorry.
But we needed the bit. That's what the.
We needed the thing.
Well, someone could tell me the website and I'd load it up.
I think it was WSBT.com. Why don't you send one of these youngsters out to do the printer stuff? You're not on printer duty when you're on the radio. The additional tips for Halloween.
And we could also go to Snoops.com because they talk about all that Halloween candy scare crap.
Snopes.
Yeah.
Did I say Snoops?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Snopes.
Yeah, that site is great.
Snopes.
Dispels all the rumors.
You know what?
Snoops is actually a site my ex-girlfriend set up, and she's peeking through my hard drive.
Do you have your computer booby-trapped at this point?
Yeah, all the files are named differently.
Like, are they?
Yeah, the ones that are named, like, I have one file called Girls I'm Cheating With. They'll never open that. It's actually all my writings. What are they going to find? Just porn on my computer? Who cares?
You have everything locked up? Do you have, like, locks, like you have to put in a code before you open up your computer?
I have a password protect just when it goes off, just in case I ever leave it somewhere. But no, you mean like File Vault on Mac? No. File Vault is like this weird thing where like you can lock down your computer, but if you forget the password, there is no way to get in. Like you will lose everything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why? What do I have on there? I don't have anything illegal. I have some stupid porn. All right, who doesn't like gag factor stuff? I like to see a gal tear up. I'm not lying. Not in pain. She's enjoying it. But I mean, nothing. There's nothing. What are they going to find? There's nothing to find. My stupid photo with David Keith.
Oh, really? Is that it? Really, Eric? Eric lied.
Oh my God!
E-Rock lied. We're getting reports that E-Rock lied. About what he was doing.
Pat, what's going on, please?
Pat?
Not really sure what happened, but I just was told to put Eric's milk back a minute ago.
Oh.
Uh-oh, E-Rock, what do you mean?
E-Rock, fight back.
What happened?
Okay, you want to see what I did? I'll show you what I did.
Sam with the camera right in E-Rock's face.
All right.
Make me proud today. Fight back for once.
Trying to think ahead. You're talking about Halloween stuff. We have a Halloween song. I didn't know if the lyrics were appropriate, so I've been asking the interns through the IM here, can someone print these lyrics out so we could give them to Tom to see if it's okay, so I'd have it ready ahead of time. Well, nobody was responding, and I knew we were doing the Halloween thing, so I ran in there to check the printer. He was printing this out, and I had the mail. I was like, put this back, give me that, and then take this to Tom. Okay, came running back in here.
Jesus Christ, that sounded like the scene from Goodfellas with the helicopters.
No kidding, man.
I know.
What are you...
But someone's saying you...
Yeah, they left the one other thing that I did with that. Oh, no, that's all he did. The rest of the...
Did you pour
yourself some Cocoa Puffs?
Cocoa Puffs? I don't have Cocoa What kind of cereal were you having today?
Cheerios.
Yeah.
Oh, Cheerios.
With berries. That's what everyone in this room would do if you died. That was really mean. I didn't mean it either. I really love Eric. Cheerio kind of sounded like cheer.
Dude, you picked the most unhealthy Cheerios they make.
Really? That's why it has the American Heart Association, may lower cholesterol and heart disease? It has a heart with like a circle and like a red line through it.
That's a clogged heart. Very good. Hey, here it is.
Let me see the American.
There's something I've been talking about for off and on for a couple of weeks, and we go to Snopes. Halloween poisonings. Oh, the news scares the crap out of you every year. Read that label. Let me just get through this, Jimmy, and then we'll go back to that. We're all over the place, and that's fine.
Jimmy's just laughing.
What? Go ahead,
at his cereal box.
I will wait.
No. Go ahead.
It says it's berry burst Cheerios. It's like, how badly do you need good taste? What's wrong with it? Nothing.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, your berries just burst.
Oh, sorry.
E, are you going to take that? E
to the R.
E to the rock.
There's nothing I can do to him.
Oh, I don't have a 5. Oh, well. That's sad. Halloween poisonings. Police have documented cases of madmen randomly distributing poison goodies to the little tykes who came calling on Halloween. I'm big into this one, okay? Because the news scares the crap out of the parents every single year. Status, according to Snopes, false. Tales of black-hearted madmen doling out poison Halloween candy to unsuspecting little tykes have been around forever. They were part of my Halloween experience nearly 40 years ago. And every year sees the same flurry of activity in response to such rumors. Radio, TV, and newspapers issue dark warnings about tampered candy and suggest taking the little ones to parties instead of collecting goodies door to door. And that's what has happened. Now all the trick-or-treating is really safe in malls or in the middle of town or in the lobby of buildings. Even Landers published a column in 1995 warning us against the mad poisoner, saying, in recent years there have been reports of people with twisted minds putting razor blades and poison in taffy apples and Halloween candy. E-Rock, I know you love Pal Talk, but you got to thank you. Jesus.
He's right in the middle of reading something.
And I see a naked girl. Thanks. I love naked women, but, we're trying to actually do a job right this second. It's unbelievable.
Goddamn, E-Rock.
E-Rock, this is what I tell you. You make it so easy at times. Why, at that moment, did you have to go to Pal Talk?
You can't hear you.
He's zoned out.
Zoned out.
That's good. That's what Tom wants to hear down the hall, that he's paying someone to zone out.
I just zoned out.
It's a sadness that a holiday so thoroughly and greedily enjoyed by kids is being sanitized out of existence in the name of safety. Sadder still is there appears to be little reason for it. Though I've yet to find evidence of a genuine Halloween poisoning, I have uncovered a few isolated incidents initially reported as random poisonings that, upon further investigation, turned out to be something else.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for scrolling down, E-Rock. Let's see. Let's set the criteria for what constitutes a Halloween poisoning, and then, well, do we need to get to all this? By far, the most famous case of Halloween candy poisoning was the murder of 8-year-old Timothy Mark O'Brien at the hands of his father, Ronald Clark O'Brien, in Texas.
What was this?
Child died at 10 p.m. on October 31st, of course, 1974, as a result of eating cyanide-laced pixie sticks acquired while trick-or-treating.
Oh.
To make his act appear more like the work of a random madman, O'Brien also gave poisoned pixie sticks to his daughter and 3 other children. By a kind stroke of fate, none of the other children ate the candy. The prosecution proved the father had purchased cyanide and had along with a neighbor, accompanied the group of children on their door-to-door mission. None of the places visited that night were giving out pixie sticks. Young Mark's life was insured for a large sum of money, and collecting on this policy has always been pointed to as the motive behind this murder.
Boy, he sure covered his tracks.
I know.
It's every single thing to point directly at you.
But this is the only, well, not the only, but one of the only cases this guy could find, because you hear about it on the news every year that kids are getting poisoned, and he had to go back to 1974, and it was proven that it was the father trying to collect on insurance money.
And the father...
So why does the news continue to scare you with this crap every year? It's a non-story.
So it never happens.
That really was a bad cover-up. He buys the cyanide and the insurance policy on the same credit card.
Right.
What a dunce.
And then there was another one in Detroit in 1970, and there was another circumstance where they were trying to cover up something. If you want to read further, it's on Snopes.com. Okay.
Pat?
Yeah, hey guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was told to be the 10th caller once E-Rock brings nothing to the table.
See, no, it was a sound effect of E-Rock saying, I bring nothing to the table. You don't win if he's actually bringing nothing to the table.
You guys got to clear that up for me. I didn't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we probably should have made that.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
I love our listeners that are ball busters. I love that more than anything. So if you want to read up more on this poisoning of the kids during Halloween, go to Snopes.com. It goes on and on, but basically the news is really doing a huge disservice to parents everywhere by scaring the crap out of them with this stuff. It comes down to just common sense, and most parents have that. Let them trick or treat like we used to as kids.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out which house had the big candy bars and which houses would give you stupid pennies and Mary Jane bars.
It was like going hunting.
It was, right?
You know, like find the good spot.
And then you would mess up your costume a little bit to make it look like you were a different kid because they were giving away the large Snicker bars.
Change masks with your friends.
Change masks or whatever, yeah. Or go without a mask and they go, well, why don't you have a mask on? Well,
because I was here before. Damn it!
Because I was here 5 minutes ago, dummy.
It's funny. I used to hate when you'd have like a little plastic mask, like the store-bought costume, and you could smell your breath on the inside of the mask. After hours, like you know how like when your mouth would touch the little thing when you talk, your breath would stick to it.
When my food pocket acts up.
Oh, God.
That's actually like a septic tank in your mouth.
It's just a sewer.
I will get a whiff on a coffee cup every once in a while.
What's worse than whiffing your dumpster morning breath on a coffee? There's nothing worse than smelling your breath on a coffee cup.
It's yours. Like you can usually smell your own smells, and it's not a problem. But that one's like, oh my god. Wow, Stephen Lynch, the Halloween song, huh?
Why don't you go get it approved?
You got it approved, E-Rock?
Yes.
Can't hear you.
Do we have time to play this?
We have a guest.
Yeah, we might not have time, so we're going to have to wait till tomorrow because we got Keith the Cop here, and we're going to kick off the homeless shopping spree today with our first homeless person, right?
Absolutely.
Who's coming through the door?
We like to start off with a favorite from the year before.
All right.
And we have Papa Rock, who was one of the crowd favorites last year. And he's going to come in and play a couple songs.
No, he's not going to play a couple songs. He's going to spend 10 to 15 minutes fiddling. This is the fiddling homeless guy for the people that are in the know out there that linger longer. The fiddling homeless guy is back.
He just fiddles with his little knobs on his amp.
He's got a really nice guitar. Well,
he had one that we gave him, but...
Well, because I couldn't take his fiddling anymore, so I smashed his guitar in front of him. Then I gave him a brand new guitar, and I've heard that he's lost that since.
Yeah, someone stole that.
All right, but the guy, his whole thing is he's a homeless guy that plays music on the street, but he never gets to the song because he spends the whole time fiddling. Is he fiddling out there?
He's fiddling.
All right, great. We'll have the fiddling homeless guy next on the Opie and Anthony Show. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. We appreciate that. Let's go to Bubba in Boston. Bubba, what's up? Go Sox, by the way.
Still E-Rocktober?
Yes, it's still E-Rocktober.
Of course it is.
And I have a what the F.
All right, go ahead.
What the F? Why is E-Rock called Sex Bagel if he's fat like a Boston cream donut?
What the F?
There you go. That's how it works. What the F?
It's not a very good one, but at least...
It follows the format, though. Thanks, Bubba.
We have a musical guest.
Thanks for supporting us on BCN. We appreciate that. Yeah, we got Papa Roach. Papa
Roach.
I like this one
That
more.
would be nice.
Papa Roach.
Yeah.
We get it, Jacoby.
Put that up there.
Hey, homeless shopping spree. We're going to figure out what we're doing with that this year. We're going to do it even if we have to do it for ourselves. But we're doing homeless shopping spree. It's a huge promotion. It's a huge.
I would call it that. Promotion.
We get homeless guys and we
thingy.
It's a thingy. It's an Opie and Anthony thingy.
It's a huge thingy.
We get a bunch of homeless guys together and they go shopping in a really nice mall. And I don't know, a couple thousand of our listeners may or may not show up when we do it.
Easy a couple thousand.
At
Short Hills, it was easily 2,000-3,000.
Last year was the biggest ever, right?
Biggest ever.
3,000 or 4,000 people showed up just to watch these guys. Wow. He's
Papa
lost
Rock, where you going?
Hey, Papa.
Mister.
He's trying to look good.
Where'd he
for his
go?
Close-up. He's looking in the mirror.
I know, sir, but we're on the radio only for a few more minutes. We need you to play some music.
And
where is he going?
And that's not a mirror. That is a window.
Yeah.
Let it be.
Reflection.
Huh?
I can see the reflection.
You can? All right,
Oh, okay.
good.
Yeah, I like my hair to be nice and dirty.
Well, then why don't you shut up?
Nice and dirty.
So now, you got a new guitar?
No, it's a new used one.
Well, new to you.
But the other one...
Yeah, what happened? Because I remember we gave you one.
Last year.
And you
really
were very...
nice one. I think it was
it was so excellent. What happened was... South Beach, I went there, okay? I had my cell phone stolen. I had my backpack stolen. I had my ID stolen. And that was 3 days after I got there.
So did you migrate
4
or
days
something?
Later, I got my guitar stolen. Luckily, I had this strapped on me.
What the hell is that?
It's a Roland.
That's your...
Yeah, you got...
No, I didn't have my guitar.
I didn't walk around with Roland strapped to you.
Who cut your hair anyway?
I do
thought
myself.
so. Yeah.
I want to hear you play a little tune.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait, Papa. You don't like his haircut?
Don't tell me you can play my guitar.
All right.
Wow.
You got to hear it too.
You like mine?
Yeah.
All right, good. But you know something? I really appreciate you people.
For the people that
this is the only station that I know in my whole life that does this.
Does what?
And I really appreciate
people?
it.
Radio?
I love you people.
Well,
Thank you.
if why don't you play a little something for
Somebody
us?
gave this to me.
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
What about the brand new guitar we... it got stolen.
Stolen?
Sorry.
That Schecter with the
you loved it.
Jägermeister logo.
That's right.
Let's get this plugged in. He's plugging it into the little portable amp.
By the way, for the people that can't see Papa Rock, he looks like Willie Nelson on
That's
on
what
crack.
they call me.
All right.
It's so cute.
All right, he's going to play this brand new guitar. It's where did you steal that guitar from, by the way?
Off of Condoleezza Rice.
How about homeless guys? Don't talk about her.
They're obsessed with her.
Jesus. Oh, yeah, what is it?
I don't know.
God.
And I thought it was fried rice. And I am raw.
Oh, I forgot. He's rock. He rocks.
The invincible. Thank you, Davey.
Oh, more fiddling.
course.
Here comes some fiddling.
He doesn't fiddle as much.
No.
He'll fiddle.
Wow. Well, he has a job to go to. Doesn't he practice all year? Terrible.
He's fiddling.
He's fiddling.
He's slowly but surely starting to fiddle.
If I catch him tinkering, I'm going to break his fingers.
Tinkering. He's fiddling or tinkering.
Oh.
Oh, he's fiddling.
Stop, sir. Stop tinkering with the mechanisms.
Yeah.
All your buttons are set.
One thing he needs to fiddle with are those pesky tuning pegs.
Funny. Why don't you fiddle with an umbrella?
Oh, there he goes. He fiddled a little. Oh,
Yeah.
fiddle.
Papa.
All right, now he's off. There's no stopping him now. That's so out of tune. It's almost back in tune again. So far out of tune.
He's terrible.
But he's almost playing something.
Do you know what? Instead of just jamming, well, you just play. Whatever.
Go ahead. Papa.
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 Papa. Papa.
Papa.
There we go. Well, great, Papa. No. Don't open your mouth wide.
Can you play something instead of just jamming, like a song we would know, we would recognize?
The answer is no. Sarah, we're running out of time.
Papa.
I'll fiddle.
No, Papa.
I'm the fiddler on the roof.
Yeah, you are. Papa Rock.
Play something we know.
Will you stop tinkering with everything?
Look at him tinker.
Buttons over there.
Look at him just tinkering and fiddling.
Sir, I have to ask you, we're running out of time. Will you please stop this incessant fiddling?
Enough with the fiddling.
Do you know a song we all know?
What can you play for us?
Okay.
What are you doing, sir? The buttons are set.
Oh,
Just
my God.
play
The guitar is plugged in. The buttons are set. There you go. Play something we know.
Wow, thing. You make the studio stink.
You're making everything groovy. Wild thing. Come on, wild thing. I think I love you. But I want to know for sure.
I'll belt it out.
Come on. A little closer, wild thing.
He carries a mortgage better than he carries a tune.
I love it. Thank you.
Well, no one was applauding. Do you play Zeppelin? One of my all-time faves. Little Zeppelin. Let's go. Papa Rock, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
No,
there he goes.
You don't have to
There's
adjust
more,
the guitar.
more
Do not
tinkering.
fiddle.
Adjustments and
that's
Paranoid.
Wait.
Sabbath.
Oh, a little Sabbath. Go ahead, play that.
I know Sabbath ripped off Zeppelin, but can you go with Zeppelin? Linger longer.
nervous.
What?
Nervous.
No.
Wait.
Come on. How does he...
Oh, he's
Will you
tinkering.
stop tinkering with the mechanism?
Fiddler on the Roof. Someone's writing in, wish he'd jump off it. And then Captain Handsome writes, from Stupid Philly, he writes, Van Homeless.
Yeah.
Someone is saying that we have Musty Poindexter in the studio. That's Kevin from Connecticut. Thank you, Kevin. All right, hold on. Quiet on the set. Could you control your homeless guy, please, Keith? Yes. What happened to the Zeppelin? It morphed into some weird thing.
To just some jamming.
Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, boy, he's fiddling again. What are you doing with the knobs there, sir? What are you doing when you do this stuff? What are you doing?
Yeah, what knobs are you turning?
Oh, this is the got the acoustic amplifier, got the JC Clean.
Yeah, why you keep fiddling with it?
Yes.
Why don't you set it and forget it?
Yeah, that thing's not even plugged into anything. Different sounds.
Different sound. We hear the same sound.
Yes, noise.
Yeah.
Papa Rock. Can you do a rock scream for us? Do we have our rock scream?
Oh, Jesus.
A what?
A rock scream.
How about some Banaka first?
Oh, exactly. Or Raid.
I am rock. I am. You're not. You won't. I will prevail. So who are you?
Wow.
What What was that?
I don't know.
What the F was that?
That's my rock screen, and I look every inch of it.
You look every inch of it?
Love?
I love every inch of it. Now, I had a choice this week.
What?
I had a choice this week.
A choice?
Yeah.
What's that mean?
Take a shower or shave.
And what did you decide?
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, I know. Neither, right?
No, I put it on hold.
Yeah. Why?
Laziness.
Yeah.
Because I was rocking.
Yeah.
I am the Rock.
Motley Crud. There's another one coming in.
Arrow Stink.
Girls.
Aerosol.
Stevie Ray Vomit.
Can you play Freebird? Requests are coming in like crazy from the instant feedback.
Eric Clapton.
All right, here you go. Here's a little Freebird. Slob Zombie. Mega Stink.
Leonard Skidmark.
Stink from Whackbag. Can you play Over the Hills and Far Away? Like literally Over the Hills and Far Away? What?
Robert Plant's not a guitarist, he's a singer. Jimmy Page is not a singer, he's a guitarist.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Oh, that's an old one. I ain't played that since 1842.
Stevie Ray Vomit. Tell Smelly Lee Lewis to fiddle with the trigger mechanism. Archer in Jersey.
Oh.
Chuck Dingleberry.
You dirty.
That's a good one.
You dirty, nasty.
What?
I wish I was Def Leppard.
All right, you got to play us out of here. We're running out of time here.
Carlos can't stand you.
Well,
that's a stretch. But,
well, you're listening to the sounds of Papa Rock. He's going to be joining us on the Home of Shopping spree.
Yep. Rush away from your speakers.
Why don't we should maybe play Tippy Tom's Shelter Me song from Grey Wolf, maybe?
Kiss the front of a train.
Poison, as in please drink some. Playing Standby, thank you.
Now is the time I want.
Terrible.
You are now my kid.
Hey, Papa, how long have you been playing? Papa, how long have you been playing the guitar? Papa! Papa, how long have you been playing?
Since I was 7 years old.
There we go. We got a couple more in.
An RN?
Jeff Blech. Bo Fiddley.
Josh S. from Stupid Philly again. David, burn him alive.
And Angus Dung.
Papa's up.
Oh, shit. Oh, excuse me. I'm cursing already. Oh, God, that was just funny.
Angus Dung.
Angus Dung.
You got Mad Hatter from Virginia, the brown stripes.
But I like it.
Dropping the S-bomb. Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, well, Papa Rock, what can I tell you? You going to join us for the Home of Shopping spree?
I love you people, man.
Yeah.
I miss it for anything. I'm getting my DVD, and I'm going to go over there and explode that, whatever it is, mall, Short Hills Mall.
Oh, great.
Now
Maybe you don't want to say
down.
that. Yeah, what do you mean by explode? That you just can do a lot of shopping, right?
Because I'm going to crank this sucker up. It's not even full blast yet.
And why don't you full blast it for everybody as we leave everyone on
Play it
this
all the
side.
way down the hall on the way out.
Yeah. All right.
Right.
Give us your best here. We got like literally 30 seconds left in the show. For everyone not joining us over at XM Satellite Radio,
You're
have a good
wasting
day.
time with your.
Why are you
habit.
fiddling and now unplugging and replugging and fiddling and tampering? All right, come on. Full blast, go.
Shotgun.
Leonard's skin lesions. That's Boston Tom.
Journey back to the gutter.
Allison stains.
We won't get fooled again.
Yeah, that's right. All right, guys, we leave you with the sound of a smelly homeless person playing the guitar. What happened?
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. The Opie and Anthony virus. Get infected.
Hello, everybody.
Hi. How's the, whoa.
What? Sounds good.
This is interesting. My volume knob just spins round and round and round.
Round and round.
It just spins round and round.
Whoa.
Wow. It doesn't even,
Does this help?
it goes down. There we go.
You got it?
Yeah. I wouldn't, wait a minute. Yeah. My volume knob, by the way, on this just spins and spins. It goes up, but, something's broken. Oh,
wow.
well.
Mob trial shocker. Mafia debated ordering hit on Rudy Giuliani in the year 19,805.
Yeah, I noticed that too. You saw that? Yeah. I'm like, wow, that was a long time in the future.
On MSNBC. 19,805.
Cranked up all the way. Oh, well.
We didn't even talk about that because, duh. They're talking about how, like, the mob was trying to figure out if they should, put a hit on Rudy Giuliani or not when he was pretty much trying to shut down organized crime. Of course they were debating if they should take him out.
He was the guy. He was like the prosecutor.
But on the news today, they're like, wow, this is a shocker. What's shocking about it? Of course they were they were thinking of taking him out.
They wanted him dead.
He was a busybody. Let's say hi to Elo. Got to yell at him a little bit. Oh, he did good.
Elo.
Elo.
Yeah, guys.
You're killing me with all those XM mentions on the other side.
I know, that's why I was quiet. Actually, Tom sent me a nice email, so he wasn't too angry.
Oh, he did?
Oh, okay. What did he say?
Hey, what a guy.
No, we were talking about how soon did we leave the party after somebody was done speaking, so.
Oh, when Mel was done speaking, you all left? Hey, did you get a watch at this party?
No.
Oh,
okay. We were just wondering where Tom got the watches that he gave me and Opie.
Yeah, he gave us nice watches today. I'm like, all right, I guess you didn't want the gift from the big dinner you guys had the other night.
If they gave out watch, well, he went and had pizza when he was done. I actually, Abrams and I landed, the party was still going on. We actually landed here in Virginia, so.
Right. Hey, dude, we have the worst timing, man. The satellite ratings came out, and we look like assholes, man.
Yeah,
we look like assholes, man.
We really do.
Jimmy, I love it. You have the timing of throat cancer.
We do, right? Because everyone's reporting on that all over the place. Local TV is on it today.
Let me tell you guys how screwed this is.
Can I tell you a better line that I would have used, Eric? You have the timing of diarrhea in the ninth inning.
Oh,
definitely
really?
better, right?
Wow.
Ties in with the World Series.
Ouch.
See,
I like that.
You stick to being a corporate douche and
let Eric stick to being funny
and leave the funny to Jim Norton.
I apologize. I apologize, Jimmy.
No,
big. I love you.
But for the people that weren't listening earlier, Arbitron came out with their first ever ratings for satellite radio, and
well, see, that's first of all where you're wrong.
Oh, all right.
So
well, that's what they're reporting too. Give me the.
I know, but this is the thing. People are so silly about this whole thing. So I'll give you the whole. First of all, remember we used Arbitron when you guys first joined the company over 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, remember that? Earlier this year, we parted ways with Arbitron because we had a disagreement about how they were surveying satellite radio. So we parted ways with them because we got into a philosophical disagreement about how they surveyed and what was going on. So that's just a matter of fact, all right? The second thing is, this is not a satellite radio survey. That's the first thing you guys need to understand. They did not go out and field a survey to survey satellite radio. What this is all of the markets have diaries that go into the marketplace. And in these diaries, and by the way, raise your hand on the radio, anybody who has actually gotten a call from Arbitron, the answer would be nobody, so we won't go down that path. But you get a diary. In the diary, there's a box that says AM and FM, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Nowhere in the diary does it say check a box for other, check a box for internet radio, or check a box for satellite radio. That's the first problem. Okay? Second issue, they've been saying for many, many quarters, probably the last 2 years, that they are noticing mentions of satellite radio stations show up in local diaries. These are people who are not necessarily subscribers. They do not grab our subscriber base and go, I want to go talk to 6,000 subscribers to find out what you're listening to on XM, which is what we do. So this could be Mary Jane, who's driving in a car, who just happens to have somebody who has XM, and they turn it on, and they go, oh, I hear this. So that's the first thing. So this is not a report they fielded to survey satellite radio. That's the most important thing. The second thing, let's go down this path. If somebody in New York City, in their diary, listens to 1010 Wins, and then writes down Opie and Anthony, who gets credit for that in that diary?
All right, hold on. Oh, Jesus, this is hard. I didn't know there would be a test. I would have studied.
No?
Blink?
Blink, that's right.
RuPaul.
Well, the point is, by the way, here's
We
the
went
thing.
way inside there.
If you go, by their own admission, if they can't identify if they're listening to satellite radio, they give the credit to the local radio stations.
All right.
All right. So here, let me give you a better example. So we know because when you pay somebody money, you kind of like give them credit card information. You tell them everything about it. So Anthony, when you go buy your XM satellite radio, which your local provider, you call and you activate it, correct?
Yes, because Don Wicklund is useless when it comes to that.
Absolutely, he is awful. and you say, they go, well, why did you subscribe, Mr. Kumia? And you go, well, I bought it for baseball, Opie and Anthony, and whatever else, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let me use baseball as an example. If you add up what they say the listenership for baseball is on our network, okay, their number comes out to about 344,000 people that listen to play-by-play, all right?
Yes, sir.
Our number, because people have actually told us what they subscribe to and what they listen to, is 2.3 million.
Right.
Now,
there's a difference between those numbers.
Then here's the difference.
Pretty big, too.
Here's the difference.
10 or 20
if you're
people.
driving to New York and you write down Yankees, who gets the credit?
Oh, God.
CBS AM.
Boston? No? Oh, God.
Not XM.
This is hard.
So, by the way, this is true for you guys that are on in your markets. It's true for us if you're listening to Dr. Laura, or you're listening, why you would, I don't know, but if you are listening to Dr. Laura, or you're listening to Glenn Beck, or you're listening to Sean Hannity, or any of these guys on XM, you write down Sean Hannity in a diary.
Stop whining.
WABC gets credit.
Oh, I see.
Boring.
I know.
So, but it seems like as far as Howard Stern goes, they got it right. Yeah, what happened there?
He's not on terrestrial at all.
But he's not, but that's the point. I mean, that's the point.
Right.
It's like that's the only place he's there.
So if they mention Howard Stern, they give credit to Sirius no matter what.
No matter what.
Because he's not on any other.
There you go.
And that's what hurts us, you think?
It hurts you guys from that perspective, but it hurts. But the thing about it is too, the reason why they're not talking a lot about it is because they don't want the other side of the argument to come out. That it realizes that they have basically one channel. If you look at the difference between ratings between that channel and the rest of the network.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, let me ask you, how many subscribers are there to XM? I mean, the books are pretty much open because of the Justin.
Yeah, no, I mean, I got there's an earnings call I have to go do here in 20 minutes, but it's about 8.5 million.
All right, and how many people per sub? They guess 2 people per sub, say?
Less.
Every subscriber equates to about an additional person and a half.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
remember when we used to say 2. Just to make ourselves feel
No,
better.
it's 2. It's actually more than 2. Actually.
All right, so it's about 10 million,
Exactly.
10 million different people.
No, it's closer to 16 Jimmy.
Is it really? Okay, so
You
say
take the
it's
sub-
like
basically take the sub base and double it.
Wow. So
say almost 16 million people.
Listen to me, listeners to XM. Now, by the way, we also know for a fact what the additional people. So your girlfriend who listens to your XM, I can tell you what. I can also tell you what she's listening to because we surveyed those people too.
So wait a minute.
So how many people listen to Opie and Anthony?
How many people listen to Opie and Anthony?
The paper says 216,000.
Here's the 216,000.
Almost
There's
217,000
people to listen to you in a day. So the papers are wrong.
Okay, how
The
much?
number is just an outright wrong.
Wait, what? I missed that. I'm serious.
He said 216,000 a day.
216,000? I can show you reports that have 216,000 people listening to you in the course of a day.
A day.
Yeah,
and this was weekly ratings in the paper
Those
today?
are weekly. What those numbers are showing are
average
weekly
week.
Hume numbers.
All right, so the average week, how many people listen to the Opie and Anthony show?
Average week, total number. I'll pull up the numbers, but you're safe to assume that just on XM alone, the number is very close to 1 million, if not north of 1 million. I don't have the number in front of me.
We look like assholes right now, man.
No, you don't.
So,
Hello, exactly.
But this is all well and good, but no one wants to listen to this this babble that he just
yeah.
did. I mean, we do, and a few people out there do, but the paper says Stern's the heavyweight of satellite. That's all they're going to read.
That's all they're going to read.
And that we have nothing.
And that,
Simple arithmetic. 1, 2, 3.
and according to the paper today, he has 5 times the audience we do on a weekly basis.
He does not have 5 times the audience you do.
Actually, it would be more, wouldn't it? 6
Yeah,
times.
exactly. First of all,
6
they can't even
times.
do the math, but that's
Jesus.
okay.
Almost 6 times. So that's not true, right?
My numbers, the numbers that we pay for, the numbers that I look at, the numbers that we manage the network by, absolutely don't support that at all.
Well, can we slide this to David Hinckley so maybe he writes a
By the
follow-up?
way, we did try to slide it to David Hinckley, and if you look at, I think, the Hinckley article, by the way, we actually gave him specifically, and I think it was printed, the disparity of why we don't agree with the survey just on the baseball example alone.
And the fact that we weren't even on the air.
Oh, yeah, by the way, that's the biggest point.
Yeah.
But no one's going to know that.
No, I mean, we told him that, too. You guys were not on the air for 6 weeks during the survey.
Yeah.
2-week vacation, and then this little, whatever
you want to call it.
This little hiatus.
Degradation.
Yeah. Butt sex we had to take.
I like to,
ass reaming.
I like to call it the ELO panic.
The ELO panic. Wow.
I don't. I like to call it the in bed by 10.
Yeah, true. The early nappy have an evening out.
I love XM, but that was fun. If I would have known we were coming back, I would have enjoyed that little vacation.
Well, we can do it again.
I don't want to get in any trouble.
Did he panic when the first words out of the homeless guy's mouth today was Condoleezza Rice?
Oh, when you guys talking about the blood on her hands, I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, what the hell? You know, the homeless guy comes in, the first words out of his mouth was, "Hey, Condoleezza Rice." Like, how about you not say that?
By the way, people listen to Elo very closely because I know now what's going to happen on the fan sites. Oh, Elo's just, taking care of those guys. He can't. He's not in a position to, flat out lie. He could get in deep shit.
He's a corporate lackey. He can't do things like that. No offense.
So the paper says 207, let's call it 217,000 a week. You say it's close or over a million.
Here's what I can tell you right now. I can tell you I'm looking at my numbers right now because I just dragged Rob down here. 160, north of 160,000 people a day listen to the show.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a lot less than the 200 you just said.
Just right now, the number that Arbitron published was a weekly number.
Right.
Okay?
We're doing our own survey. Right now, we have about 120 subscribers still listening to this channel because you're
plus
on.
the one lady who's still on hold.
Because you're on.
Now, Elo, this is the big question, and we don't hide behind this crap like other shows. How many subscribers do you think Howard has? If you think we have over 1 million a week or close to that.
By the way, I don't dispute. By the way, I would not be shocked if he had 1 million or more. It's serious. I wouldn't be.
Oh yeah, I would accept that.
No,
but it's
the number. Him having that many listeners on Sirius, I don't dispute that number. In fact, I'd actually argue that it may actually be a little bit lower than that.
So wow. So
I mean, actually a little bit higher than that. I'm sorry. I mean,
that's
maybe
what I
higher than that. I think the Arbitron number is probably understated.
So we're relatively close to his numbers.
Yeah, no, I think you are relatively close. But
So
you always
why aren't we making $100 million a year?
Well, now that's a different issue.
I know we'd have to split it, like
You guys split it 5 ways.
We'd have to split it. Let's say.
Do it all under the table, man. Come on, just slip us a few bucks.
Just like the old bar days, Anthony, where we get the cash from doing an intro of a car dealership.
That's it.
Man, those were the good old days.
Good old days.
We're in trouble.
So, can we send this to David Hinckley? How about this though? Does Mel know the real numbers?
No, he does not know the real numbers because they.
Well, he's going to read this today. We know how this works. This is on his desk today.
No, but see, it is on his desk. But the other thing is that he actually looks at his own real numbers, which probably show it bigger than what it is.
Oh, this stinks. Here's what's going to happen. They're going to merge.
All right,
We're not going to be involved in any of the packages.
Here's your number. Jimmy, relax.
All right.
Here's your number. You ready? I got Rob here. Remember Bald Rob?
Well, who's Rob, by the way? Because I'm sending this audio to David Hinckley.
Okay, Rob. Okay, when you guys accurately portrayed what happened when Rob and I came up there, the research guy, and we showed you how big it was, and we were all having that lovely cheeseburger at the Parker Meridian.
Yeah.
The BlackBerry went off.
Yes.
Remember that, Rob?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's sitting in front of me now, and I'm looking at the most recent data that I've got that shows XM alone, when you use the total listing universe that we just talked about, okay, you have a weekly cum audience of 1.5 million.
We have 1.5 million people listening to this crap every week.
Yeah.
Is that including terrestrial?
No.
Thank God.
See, that should have been what it said in the paper today. It should have said 1.5 million.
Here's why I believed your, obviously because I wanted to believe it, but I also, I went to, so I got an email from somebody who sent me that figure. And I said, I remember the day that the Condoleezza Rice thing happened. You guys were up, and what you were saying was consistent with what you had said, say, 6 months before, but it was a little more advanced. And it was like all the pages of boring pie charts. It was like a fucking, honestly though, it really was a 30-page shitty PowerPoint presentation. But you broke it down by like 3 to 6 on the West Coast, 3 to 6. You had it broken down in every possible way. Time spent listening. This time, Ron and Fez, the entire channel. So that was why I kind of believed your analysis more, was that you guys went to subscribers. I didn't realize they didn't go to subscribers.
Yeah, the Arbitron
I'm babbling, by the way.
Yeah, Arbitron does not talk to subscribers.
Yeah, but like you said, Howard's number is relatively accurate. Might be a little higher.
I think the Howard numbers are probably smaller. I mean, your question to me was
bigger.
Do I think?
No, you said bigger.
The number that Arbitron published is smaller. You asked me if I believe that number. Sure, I think Howard's probably got north of 1 million subs. I don't doubt that at all.
Do you think he has more listeners than us?
I think when you factor your terrestrial rating.
Well, no, I don't want to do that part. Just satellite.
I mean, does he have more on satellite radio?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did, but there's no way for me to know.
But it's pretty damn close.
And by the way, it's not. Here's what I will tell you: the difference in audience that Howard has on satellite alone is not 5 times bigger than you. That much I can promise you.
And prove my point right. We're a much better deal for XM than he was for Sirius. Come on.
You guys are a fantastic deal.
Yeah.
You generate revenue. You're great employees.
That wasn't good. That was the worst point proving I've ever heard. Elo is a great spinner, and that was the most horrible attempt at a point proving moment. You guys you're never late.
That's our boss. He's got a sound machine.
All right, Elo.
We're finished.
I know.
Not me and you. I mean,
finished.
I know. Offline, we'll talk a lot more about it. And the pests are. By the way, there was some guy who had like quotes for me. I'm getting emails from the pest calling me a liar and why my ratings. I was just like, would you guys just leave me alone?
Yeah. Okay. Pests, leave them alone.
Well, no, they've been discussing this all night long.
By the way, I've got 15.
It was the overnight discussion on Whackbag.
No, they called me. Someone's put my office number up. They've all called me and goes, I'd like to talk to Elo about the ratings. I mean, there's like a pest conference call they want me to get on.
Well, we got this guy, Nick, from New York. Nick, go ahead.
Yeah, listen, you can't say in one breath that the Arbitron don't count and then in the next breath say, well, we were off for 6 weeks, so they really get a good vote. I love this show, but you start talking like that, people are going to pick up on that.
What do you mean, dude? We're being.
What are you talking about? You're saying in one breath that the Arbitron ratings don't matter, right? You're saying we have our own count, and that it's not a true meaning of what's going on out there. And then you turn around and say, well, we also missed 6 weeks. We weren't on for 6 weeks during the rating season. You can't say both those things because somebody's going to say, hey, you want cake and eat it too. Hey, silly goose, listen to me. It's the same point. First of all, I'm making the point that we don't believe them anyway. I'm just saying, first of all, they're completely understated to begin with, and second of all, they weren't even on for 6 weeks. So if you wanted to add credibility to it, why don't you survey them when they're actually on the air?
If you put it that way, that's fine, but it sounded like you were making an excuse of why it was low. No.
Sir.
Just wanted to do it to a caller once.
I know what you're saying, sir, but Elo really was making the same point. He was just adding to it like that. He was further proving how ridiculous it is by saying that the survey was done when they weren't even on the air. It's just, I know what you're saying, but he's not trying to make 2 points like that are different. He's kind of just adding to the same point.
All right. Yeah, no, all right, that works.
All right, Nick. No, I like that Nick called and was able to straighten out.
I just want Nick and I to straighten things out. Nick and I sit down, we talk.
Nick, can I take you off my call sheet so I don't have to call you back?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you, Nick.
Nick from New York.
Elo.
All right, Elo. Thanks for lunch the other day. It was nice.
Hey, you're welcome. Anytime.
It was good seeing you.
It was great to see you, too.
No, it was hilarious, by the way. There was about 10 of us eating lunch, and the only person that didn't get their lunch was Elo.
Elo didn't get his lunch.
Why?
It was hilarious.
They forget the vodka? Where's my lunch? There's the bottle.
And then
get it? See, when one joke doesn't work, you just rephrase it and bomb twice.
And then everyone was talking about how Elo just quotes the show during, like, really big meetings.
The only reason we're on XM Satellite Radio today is because of Eric Logan.
Oh, I know. There's a lot of people who love you here. That's not true.
No. But I mean, you saved us when we were in our recent trouble. And I firmly believe you saved us. I'm not saying Nate doesn't like us or anybody else, but I'm saying he doesn't like me, but he likes those guys. You saved us, Eric.
Elo's kept me relatively sane in the last 3 years, so. But, Logan uses a lot of Opie and Anthony stuff during huge corporate meetings.
When he's going to get his lunch the other day, she said something like, "Oh, yours isn't out yet," and he goes, "Why would it be?"
Well, then, Opie, you got to tell the story about the comment card.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Oh, I can't believe you went with that. By the way, it brought me such joy.
They didn't bring his salad.
So I whispered to Elo, I'm like, when she comes back, because she's like, I'm sorry, it'll only take a minute. I'll put it in. It'll be out here in a minute. And Elo's, no, that's okay. I'll just get a hot dog. That's the worst thing you could say to a waitress, I think, in a kind of nice restaurant. Is like, don't worry that you forgot about me. I'll just get a hot dog from the street vendor.
Yeah.
So then it went back and forth. I'm really sorry. It'll just take a minute. How about fries? I could get you a little side dish, anything. And then I think you finally said, I'll have another iced tea or whatever you were drinking. And then I whispered to Elo after she left, I go, ask for a comment card when she comes back.
Yeah, comment card. And she turned white.
Yeah, she did, because she comes back and she was so sorry and was like, trying to do anything she can, because it really wasn't her fault. And Elo, with a straight face, goes, can I have a comment card? And then she goes, oh, no, you're not going to, oh, God, no, you're not going to give me a bad review. And Anthony couldn't rat me out. Anthony was trying to hide under the table.
Oh, it was so embarrassing.
I guess you had to be there.
Elo hung up on us.
Wow.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen very often.
He lost weight, too, Eric.
Balls.
He looks very good.
Pounds. 20? He has really weird timing. Like, he wanted to do that gag, but then it was, I don't know.
He's just a little off. He means well.
He's just a little off.
He's a good egg.
He means well.
He does mean well. We like him.
He does.
Well, I'm sure that's straightened out the whole ratings thing, and I'm sure every paper and media outlet will pick up on it and report it accordingly.
Yes.
You know what? Whatever. It'll help a little bit. I just hope that Arbitron wasn't taking ratings for the last 20 minutes, because we'd be in deep trouble.
Oh.
Arbitron can fucking eat my ball bag. It's fucking fixed. I know the guy. His name is Pete Arbitron. He's a fucking liar.
Let's say hi to Mike in Jersey. Mikey.
Pete Arbitron. Ted Arbitron is a shit dick, and Pete Arbitron is a liar. Sorry.
No, we should have done there? We're not thinking. We should have had David Hinckley on the other line. With his notepad and pen just jotting as Elo was
jotting down, just jotting and scribbling,
giving cold hard facts.
It's true. Why didn't we think of that, or someone else?
Because we're stupid.
Mike in Jersey, what's up?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
You guys look at the Daily News today?
Yeah.
Page 8, Stalker Patty's in there.
Yeah, Stalker Patty
Yeah,
is
Patty's in there.
I did not see that.
We forgot to do this earlier.
She's commenting.
Pressure just keeps getting worse, poll indicates. Ticking stress bombs, longer hours at work and low pay. It's enough to give anyone a migraine. And then they got all sorts of facts here. Americans are wired. Among all Americans, work is most stressful for East Coasters. Oh, he's listening to himself. Thanks for setting us up here.
Oh, you
But
ass.
we'll take it from here. 77% of Americans suffer physically from stress. 48% lie awake at night, losing an average of 21 hours of sleep per month. 44% get headaches. 36% feel like they could cry. 34% get upset stomachs. 30% suffer muscle tension. You get the idea. Then they decided they needed to take this survey to the street and talk to the man on the street. And there's
the ghoul on the street.
Well, why don't we read a few of the other ones first? You had Patricia Davies, 38, a restaurant worker from Roosevelt, Long Island. Her quote is, nothing, I'm good to go. When you just laugh and laugh, the stress level goes way down. I don't let anything get to me. So the question, I guess, was what gives you agita? Robert Daly, 43, an engineer from Baldwin, Long Island. Stupid people give me agita, for one, like those people who don't get out of the way when I'm trying to get on the train. Then you got Masio Resar, 53, a paralegal from Harlem. Children's education, children's safety, that's a very big issue. I have 8 grown-up kids. Now it's my grandkids I have to worry about. That's what gives him agita. Then you got Carl, 49, a contractor from Southampton. What gives him agita? The federal government's monetary policy. That's what causes all the stress. You have investments that are your life, your work, your business. It all comes down to the bottom line. We finally get to Stalker Patty Brooks, 52. Would you like to read that one, Jimmy?
Oh, I don't have the paper in front of me.
I don't have it in front of you?
I'll be happy to, though.
All right, page 8.
Let me get that page 8 here in the old
Turn
DN.
page 8 in your
Now,
workbook.
let's remember here, the other people were talking about their kids give them stress, people not getting out of their way.
Finances.
Yeah. These are all basic things that give us stress. Then you get Stalker Patty. Go ahead.
She's listed as a Starbucks barista from Midtown.
Barista.
What gives me agita? When I see a lot more police presence in Times Square where I live, it gets a little stressful, but you just got to live.
Your life.
Yeah.
Why would that get you stressful?
And I were laughing. I'm like, isn't that the only time in your life you feel really good? Like, I walk around with, like, money just peeking out of my pockets when I see police around. I feel so safe when I see police presence.
She didn't finish, though. What gives me the agita, they didn't print her whole quote. She sees all the police in Midtown and those cock bulges that she's so confused by. They give her a tingling in her fucking sewn-up snatch. And she kind of wants to know the throes of passion from a police officer, yet the baton also looks attractive. Where did I run out of steam on that one? Boy, did I.
All right, let's go to Stalker Patty.
Sorry, Patty.
Patty! Hi, Patty.
Hi.
They didn't exactly quote me. It was taken out of context because they talked about stress levels. They didn't say anything about agita.
Right.
Agita. Oh, I would have said eggplant parmesan.
Hey, Patty, can you shut the fuck up for a second? And have what's called a conversation with a human being.
She's incapable.
Anthony's in the middle of doing a great impression of you and beating you up, and you have to, fuck it all up.
She fucked it all up.
God.
Go ahead, Patty.
Go ahead, Patty.
Well,
wait.
I just
Not yet.
that I felt good seeing the police presence.
Right.
That they're probably rehearsing in case there's a problem. But as far
rehearsing,
as stress, everybody has stress.
Da-da-da.
And that was it.
Patty,
why
do you mean by the police rehearsing?
Well, I always see about 10 or 20 cop cars going in a row. I see them parking diagonally up 42nd Street. I see a bunch of wagons go by and stuff, and I really think they're rehearsing in case there really is a problem, because there's never any problem when they're doing that, you know?
Well, do you think, though, Patty, do you think that basically, though, it's just a rehearsing for a real problem?
Well, I don't know. I really don't fully understand why it's there, but it's there. But, you know, it makes you actually feel safer.
Do you think basically...
Oh, I knew this was going to be a disaster when they came to me.
So what gives you agita?
Bad food, actually.
You're a barista. What do they call you?
Baristas.
Oof, that sounds like a Mexican rapist. The baristas that got her. They found her lip was bloody and there were coffee grinds in her pussy. Okay, sorry, Patty. I didn't mean to try to do a joke.
Why are you trying to, like, sexy up a coffee pourer's job?
Yeah.
What the fuck is a barista? Maybe in Paris it means something. I don't know, but not in stupid New York City.
You know, I said everybody gets stressed from everything. You know, you just live your life, and that's it. And that's basically what I told them. They must have taken a bunch of things, you know, and just like printed their own.
And then made up whatever they wanted.
Well,
yeah. Not made up. So you're saying that the paper lied.
See, I don't know how to talk in sound bites.
You know what?
I have no idea how to do that.
You know what, though, Patty? You made the paper. I'm sure they talked to more than 4 people.
Well, probably.
You were the only aunt they quoted.
All I know is I'm so embarrassed. I'm not used to that kind of attention.
Well, I think you did well, Patty. That's a pretty good answer. I mean, you're saying that the police presence makes you a little nervous because if the cops are up and about and they're rehearsing, there might be a real problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't worry about it.
No need to contradict me and humiliate me. I'm just trying to side with you.
Hey, Patty, is your phone ringing off the hook because of all this attention you're getting today?
Yeah, I bet.
No, you're the only one who called me. I didn't even expect to make the paper. You know, they interviewed dozens of people and only pick a couple. But I was just standing there minding my business, and they came over to me.
How does one mind their own business? I want to get into that a little bit. You hear that from time to time.
Yeah.
I was just minding my own business.
Standing there, minding my own business.
As opposed to what? Just tapping people on cell phones, going, "Who are you talking to? And what are you talking about? Quickly."
I'm minding your business.
That's right.
How do you mind your own business, Patty?
I just keep to myself.
Donna wants to know.
I don't get, you know, into other people's personal problems and stuff unless they share it with me. I just, you know, go about my way, and that's it.
Yeah.
I never ask questions or anything.
You mind your own P's and Q's.
Yeah, basically.
If it's an A and B conversation, you see your way out of it.
Ooh, I like that.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Is it?
Well, good. I'm glad you approve.
Thank you, Patty.
Yeah, all right. Damn. All
right.
Gabe from Staten Island. Elo's shitty haircut has more personality than Stalker Patty.
I have a personality.
Oh, yeah. Bad one.
I'm just shy.
Are you working right now?
No, I'm off. I'm home. I'm on Pal Talk, actually.
Oh, okay.
She's the one. She's like a window I would never even pop up on Pal Talk.
I'd rather have a fucking 3 fat Arab jackers just fucking yanking those darker than their hand skin color fucking uncut sausages. those filthy.
Thank you.
Fucking. All right, Patty, you just step all over everything. There's no need for me to talk.
Smells
Why
like
don't you?
sand and petroleum.
Yeah.
Hey, Patty, do you ever go one-on-one?
Yeah.
One-on-one.
Ever go private in the
private?
In the Pal Talk room?
I never do that.
You want to go private, Patty?
No.
Let's go private.
I'm not interested.
Private Patty.
You could shove something in your cunt.
Jesus.
Yeah, not me.
No, definitely not you.
Me.
I'll give that to somebody
I was talking about a shotgun barrel.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, stop
Patty,
it, of
that
course.
was slightly more exciting than Elo.
Thrill a
thank you
minute.
for that.
Thrill a minute. Patty's in the newspaper.
Yeah, that's exciting for you, Patty. You going to cut it out and stuff?
Yeah, save it in your scrapbook along with your fucking Foundling Center clippings and how you were found in a diner.
No.
And your family?
No.
Put it right next to your family picture, which, of course, would be you alone on a counter.
No.
Patty, you know what would happen in the movies? Like your real mom would see that and go, "Oh my God, that's my daughter I left at the diner," and get in touch with you, and she.
It would be interesting because she said if she got in touch with me, I'd certainly be scared.
Yeah. Yeah. See, the whole thing's a fantasy. That's what I said, like a movie, and then she'd be very wealthy. And you two would have a great relationship, and you'd be rich and happy, and wouldn't have to be a barrister. And the truth is, the reality is, no one's going to even know who you are in there, except listeners of our show. And you're just going to go back to your shitty existence.
It's too bad you're not working today, though. I think a few people would have recognized you.
I opened this morning. I just got home a half an hour ago.
They give you the good shift, huh? 5 to 9?
4:45 till 9.
Did you hang?
I did overtime.
You didn't hang it on your fridge?
Hang what on my?
The article, you dummy. The thing we're fucking talking to you about. Oh my God, are you stupid?
I'm not into that.
Holy
no.
shit!
All right, listen.
I'm not into that.
No.
All right.
Trying to get something started here, Hendry.
Yeah.
You're just a fucking bore.
I'm trying to bang this tall virgin Aunt Hendry. Could you help me here?
All right, Patty.
All right, you dolt.
Could you fucking help me, Hendry? She's carrying breadcrumbs on her back. I want to bang this aunt.
Okay.
Yeah, great. Don't spill scalding coffee in your lap. That would break my fucking heart.
Okay.
All right, Patty.
Okay.
Jesus H. Christ. She's got little chiclet teeth.
All right, Patty. Say goodbye to everybody.
Patty.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
All right.
She says bye-bye.
All right, we're going to talk to Maury Povich after the break. He did one of his phobia shows yesterday.
Maury!
We got some highlights, so we'll talk to Maury, and then we'll play some of these phobia clips. They're hilarious. He had a girl, Megan, on his show that's afraid of balloons. So, of course, he has to bring out a 6-foot balloon animal to scare the shit out of her.
Of course. That's how they cure these people.
Then he had someone scared of bubble gum. We were talking about that a little bit yesterday.
Yeah.
And then Amanda's afraid of chickens. And Amber Lee is afraid of crabs. I think I got just about all of them.
Crabs isn't really that crazy, unless you're really, like, lunatic crazy afraid of them. But crabs are kind of scary.
They pinch you.
They pinch.
All right, we'll talk.
I have a nightmare that I'm crawling on my hands and knees, and I'm walking. My legs have been taken, and my scrotum's dragging in the sand.
Ooh.
And it's got crab bait on it, and they pinch. They pinch. I'm afraid of them pinching my scrotum.
Hey, Keith, take the couch, please. There's a nice couch for you.
Yeah, why don't you relax, Keith?
You know what? Right when he sat down, he goes, "Oh, I could see how you could fall asleep in these chairs." He goes, "These are comfortable."
Oh, perfect.
Like, no shit.
No shit, sure.
Tell me about it. I've
getting ready
done it myself.
Getting ready for his new position. I like that. big LT chair.
It's Opie and Anthony. Well, we got some audio from the Tonight Show appearance.
Opie and Anthony.
It's great.
They're like the hottest guys on radio.
Wow, that's really nice.
Really nice. Opie and Anthony Show on XM Satellite Radio.
It starts with an O&A plug before headlines.
It's Opie and Anthony Show on XM Radio.
Very nice.
Tested. Leno approved.
They plugged us like 3 times last night. On the show.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
The hottest show there is. Hottest show there is.
Hey, let's go right to the phones here. We got Maury Povich on the line. Maury!
Hey, guys, you don't like the bubblegum lady?
We love the bubblegum lady. We love you. We miss you, Maury. We watch...
I'm coming on show. I'm the real thing. I'm coming on in a week or two. You know why?
Why?
Because Anthony's favorite guest of all time is coming back on the show.
Hitler?
Shut up. Wow, that could be a couple.
Anna, the primordial dwarf.
Oh, nice.
No way!
Nice.
Now we're talking.
Wow. And, boy, any updates?
Is now big time.
Well, you mean that
I mean,
figuratively.
She's like 12, 13 years old. I mean, she's almost teenager like.
Wow. and how tall now?
Since the last time she has been on the show.
She grew an eighth of an inch.
2 inches.
Maury, your cures for these people's phobias, I don't think are really sanctioned by the American psychological.
The bubblegum lady was great.
Of course.
Where'd you get that blonde with that look on her face, that chewed gum in her face?
How about that?
How about that?
Just to bring everyone on board, Maury's phobia shows. Maury, he's on the forefront of all this stuff. We should be your PR people, because every time we see another talk show that's ripping you off, we yell and scream, Maury did it first. And Maury started the phobia show, so we had a lady yesterday that is somehow scared of chewing gum or bubble gum.
Chewing gum. She hates the gumball machine. She goes crazy with gumball.
Yes. So you bring her out and you're serious, Maury. You know, you really make it look like you really give a shit about her.
Oh, Jesus.
Anthony, of course
Maury cares. That was Opie, Maury. I know you care.
And then all of a sudden Maury has that nice twist, and this lady comes out from nowhere, and she's just chewing like 10 pieces of gum in her mouth. She's got blonde hair.
Everybody on the staff chewed gum, put it on a big plate. And,
and then
that's disgusting anyway.
And this lady brings out this huge plate of chewed bubble gum, and the lady loses her mind.
And how about the chicken? The chicken brought out a whole chicken.
Afraid of a chicken? No, Maury.
Chicken.
Maury, you're not doing your own show justice. So he has a lady scared of chickens, right?
Yeah.
So then they have a video of, the chicken you get in the store. It has no head, no tail.
Of course.
It's ready to be cooked. It still has the skin on it, though. You know what I'm talking, right?
Yeah.
With the wings and the legs. They made it into a puppet.
A chicken puppet.
They made it into a puppet to make it look like it was moving around without a head.
You guys, I cannot picture you in writers' meetings or whatnot just sitting around going, how can we cure these people and really help them get over their phobia? A chicken puppet. Let's make a chicken puppet. And there's a doctor sitting there going, yes, the chicken puppet is the best way to cure this phobia.
That's right. We have our own, we have our motivational expert out there.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see his cure for the primordial dwarf. All right, people, bring out the rack.
Right.
We're just going to stretch this little freak.
This little fucker.
And see how far we can get it.
Maury thinks we're bad. We got Maury. We got a lot of people hooked on your show, though, because as soon as you started that phobia show yesterday, our phones were lit up.
Really?
Maury's doing another phobia show.
Yep.
Now, look, guys, I want your viewers, I mean your listeners, I know that they have phobias.
Oh, yeah.
I want you to be the receptacle for my future phobia shows.
Ooh. Well, we're used to being receptacles.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
It's a good idea, isn't it?
It really is, because we do have...
who people?
I have a phobia.
What is it?
I have a phobia of women with large clitorises.
Yeah.
So could you get some to chase me around?
We'll cure you up, Jimmy. Chase you around. Jimmy doesn't run away. Just drops to his knees.
He's curable. Praise God.
See, that's why you take a little idea.
Yeah.
And now we're down to, the anatomy of ladies.
Of course. It always goes in that direction.
Sorry, Maury. We're trying to keep it highbrow for you.
Especially when Hannah comes on, you got to be prepared for that.
That I got to say.
Now, what's the twist, Maury?
This is an update show.
Yeah.
Update.
I'll tell you what she is.
Yeah.
This is just a tease for you, Anthony.
Okay.
She's become a cheerleader.
All right, Maury. Just knock it off already. No, this is too good.
We're all in.
A cheerleader.
Cheer on the show.
You get a cheer on the
See, only we get the real Maury.
Maury is a
say
genius.
This stuff on his TV show. He'll tell us, though.
Maury is you're a genius, man.
Can I interrupt, Maury? Right now, as we're talking to you, we're watching you. Sexy decoys.
Oh, yeah, we do that.
Oh, yeah.
And you just...
And I'm not really in favor of that. My staff does that, and I just think, do we have to get into this entrapment game? I mean, the cops do this all the time. Do we have to do this?
Yes.
Take these guys being accused of cheating, And what do? Put them in a green room with a decoy.
All right, let me be the other side of this argument.
And there's a hidden camera.
And then your producer comes to you, but just think of the ratings. All right, I'm sold. When can we do this?
All right. People seem to like this one.
Oh, God. All right, guys. I got to go to work. You know what I'm doing today?
What are you doing today?
What?
Uh-oh. What are you taping today?
That's nothing that you like. It's all good stuff.
What are you doing today?
I mean, we're really being helpful today. You're not. I mean, we're not. There's nothing really.
Hey, Maury, do you ever get sad looking at these people? I'm not judging you. I'm like watching this girl cry. I'm actually getting sad for her.
I get sad?
Yeah. No, I'm saying, do you ever, like, when someone's really crying because they've been cheated on, get, like, a little bump?
Yeah. Oh, that's the whole thing. See, I empathize with everybody. I even empathize with the guy who says he wasn't cheating when he was missing for 3 days each, 3 times because he claimed that he was kidnapped and put in a trunk of a car.
Wow.
On 3 different
occasions.
Well,
and he cried about it.
Unlucky.
By the way, the first person checking in with a phobia, you want it for your show there? Travis from Kansas, his phobia, the O&A fans have phobias, and they include health food, gyms, exercise, decent human interactions.
Those are aversions. Those are phobias.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
The O&A fan phobia. There you go.
All right, guys.
Hey, so when is the Primordial Dwarf show?
November 7th.
November 7th.
I wanted to tell you about it.
That I gotta see.
We're gonna write that one on our calendar.
Just also go to MauryShow.com and you'll find out all the info you need about Maury and the Maury Povich Show. It's great. We love you, Maury. Thanks, man.
When are we doing a show together? Like where
I'm radio.
Well, we
Come
did. We gave you Stalker Patty. We got to give you somebody else.
You got it. Okay.
And you coming in soon?
Yeah.
All right, Maury will be on the show soon. Thanks, Maury.
There's a black girl on Maury's show right now.
Maury
She just
Povich,
walked off. She's wearing purple.
Yeah.
She's crying so... Her tears are so bad. Like, it's going down her chest like a river.
Yeah,
from
she
her
is.
eyes. It's
She's
like
a little
sweat between her
upset.
breasts. She's really crying, man.
Oh, boy.
Well, maybe she should have gave up the balloon knot.
Oh,
I feel bad for her.
Oh, my God.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Tiarika.
Should we pop that up? She's really crying, man.
What happened? Oh, the sex decoy. Her boyfriend must have went for it.
Her husband, but I think he's actually cheated before some shit.
Jeez,
oh boy, don't touch me.
And she's like, don't touch me.
She's really crying.
Don't touch me. Wow, her whole face is wet.
Yeah,
that's great. Looks like
she's out.
As if you left a Hershey bar out in the hot weather.
I do. I show that to you every day.
Get out my face, no.
I show it to you every day.
You show it to me by cheating? $25? You serious?
I didn't
You really think I'm
$25
gonna deny that?
We can't make this work.
We done.
So we can't make it work.
They're engaged to be married, but Melissa and Chris have a problem.
A suspicious stain. It's milk, huh?
It is not milk. I am not stupid.
I'm innocent.
Will Chris's shirt pass our special ops test? Sabrina's problem is that she thinks her husband goes out booty hunting.
Booty hunting? Looking?
5 years ago, Lori's husband passed away.
He was my everything, and I really never thought that I would love again.
This man reopened her heart, but today, will he break it?
Oh, fuck.
They're doing a cum test on his shirt.
Yeah.
Is that splooge?
He's testing cum stains.
And it's on the collar.
Yeah.
Maury, really, I should ask Maury if he got a new person doing these segments. It seems like it's a different vibe on his show lately. It's been really fucking... Every show has been fucking interesting.
You know what? For a while, they were just doing a lot of those paternity shows. That was, like, really big. And I guess he's kind of getting off of that subject and getting some new subject matter in there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Maury's great. You know why? You just know... And nothing against Maury. We love the guy. Love his show. But he's not one of these phonies that sit there and really, like, care. And it's a sideshow. It's like a freak show kind of a thing.
Yeah, he's doing the P.T. Barnum thing.
If you want to see a primordial dwarf in a cheerleader uniform, you're going to watch Maury's show. I got to see that.
I know we had Jerry on recently. I don't watch Jerry as much as Maury. Maury is the shit.
Yeah.
Like Jimmy said, something happened
it seems
within his organization. Right? Yeah. Maybe I should take a cue from him.
Yes.
Maybe we should
Maybe we. It's just a corny joke.
All right, why don't we play some of this?
They throw.
phobia shit.
You ever see that with the cheerleaders in the competitions when they throw the one up in the air real high?
Yeah.
Imagine how high you could get a fucking primordial dwarf. You could actually toss her to the other cheerleaders for the other team across the field.
She'd be falling like that guy out of the fucking weather balloon we saw that footage.
Yeah.
We'll take a break while we wait for this little fucker to come back down to Earth.
Then meanwhile, a fucking crow scooped her up in midair. I thought she was just a stupid, big-eyed bird.
A big rabbit or something.
Exactly. Why would a bird grab a bird?
Oh, that could happen.
And who would go with the excuse that it's a milk stain?
Yeah, it's a milk stain.
And mayo, grease, something.
Yeah.
Couldn't he say he walked by multiple Miggs' fucking place? Guy threw a load at me. What am I going to do, babe?
All right, listen, Maury. Megan is afraid of balloons. You want to do this a little bit or what?
Yeah, let's hear a little of this.
Now, my next guest, Megan, has a life-altering most people, we use to celebrate.
Life-altering
Things
what?
that always seem to put a smile on every kid's balloons. Megan is scared of balloons. She has missed birthday parties. She's even forbidden her own daughter, her 5-year-old daughter, from playing with balloons. Because balloons are terrorizing her life.
Why the beeps?
Was that a bit?
It sounds like it.
Doesn't it sound like...
Is she like, oh shit, and all that as Maury's explaining?
It's not me.
phobia?
I mean, obviously, it's not me beeping.
Why are you
it.
beeping it, though?
I'm not beeping it, Jim.
Why are you beeping it, though? The guy was in a little accident. Leave him alone.
Yeah, my knee hurts now, so I
might
think
have
I'm
a
going to the
conclusion.
Are you now working for the man?
No, I would never work for him. He's an asshole.
It's a nice watch.
The man stinks.
Thank you. That's possible. That's nothing special. Anywho, I don't know. The amount of bleeps in this episode of Maury is probably... It's probably some kind of record. Like, if I take all the bleeping that they did in this episode of Maury and put it all together, it would probably equate to, like, 10 full minutes of bleeping.
Yeah, but we're not playing this on the Free FM side. We're playing it here, though.
Well, I guess you're going to have to ask one of Maury's producers about that, because I have no idea what they're bleeping.
There must
out.
have just been people going like, oh, shit, oh, fuck, oh, motherfucker.
You would think
shit,
he would tell,
goddamn.
like, maybe he does, tell his guests and audience, you got to keep the cursing down so he gets to
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who. I don't know if it's the
Stop
guest.
fucking cursing, you cunt.
No, you know what it is?
That's what I want to hear.
You know what it is there was I know what happened, actually. There's a couple I know that went to that taping.
Yeah.
And their names are Shit Dick and Twat Nose, and that's their real names.
Oh,
So they
okay.
talk to each other a lot. Swing and a miss. God, could I have
What were the names again?
Shit Dick and Twat Nose. I was hoping you just didn't hear it. Oh my God! So fucking asshole and cunt ears were fucking chitting and chatting about their kids.
You blooped one out.
Yeah, their kids.
Nice.
AIDS and taint stink.
Why would they bleep out AIDS?
Back now. You're weaving.
I really am.
Let's find out why she's scared of balloons here. More from Megan from Maury.
I am deathly afraid of balloons.
Are you?
When I see them, I run away. When I hear balloons being blown up, when they pop, it freaks me out and makes me choke almost. When I was growing up, my 3 brothers used to chase me with balloons and run their fingers down the balloons.
They weren't balloons.
It would make the most awful sound, and they thought it was funny.
Cream-filled balloons.
It freaks me out. I can't even take my daughter to pizza parties because I know that there are going to be balloons there, and I feel suffocated. I don't know why. I'm so afraid of them. I want to get help. I don't want to feel this way anymore.
Goddamn rich cunt.
This shit can't be real.
That's a weird. Balloons are weird. They're also a sexual fetish.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there are guys that get off on women blowing up balloons and sitting on them. So that has a.
Maybe she's scared.
No, dead serious.
Yeah. Maybe Maury's trick is like maybe this Megan is really scared of black people, and Maury goes to her ahead of time and goes, "Look, we can't say black people on TV anymore, so just say balloons."
Yes,
balloon animals.
Say your friend's a balloon lover.
Because it just doesn't seem real, man. I think he's doing a little substitution here.
You want to replace balloon with black person? Is that what you're saying?
What?
Is that what you were saying? That perhaps they replaced the word balloon with...
Yeah.
Because I wonder, like, But without doing it, obviously. But listen to her again, and just in your mind, replace the word and see what happens.
Can we bleep out every mention of balloon and then
it's just going to be a track full of bleeps, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, just make believe Maury.
Theater of the mind.
I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll give it a shot. What the hell? Make believe Maury told her ahead of time, look, I know you're scared of black people, but we can't say black people, you know, the Imus thing. So could you just
say balloon?
Say balloon or balloon animal. Okay?
Go ahead.
All right, let's see if this works. I don't know.
I am deathly afraid of balloons. When I see them, I run away. When I hear balloons...
I mean, you know what? Maybe it will work. All right, I'm with you. Fuck the bleeps. Got to use your own creativity and your own little noggin.
Jesus
All right,
Christ.
so now she's talking about black people, but
Maury told her,
honey, you're gonna have to say balloons so we don't get in trouble. We understand you mean black people, but just say balloons.
And when we say black people, we mean
balloons.
I am deathly afraid of balloons. When I see them, I run away. When I hear balloons being blown up, when they pop, it freaks me out and makes me choke almost. When I was growing up, my 3 brothers used to chase me with balloons and run their fingers down the balloon. It would make the most awful sound, and they thought it was funny. It freaks me out. I can't even take my daughter to pizza parties because I know that there are going to be balloons there.
Don't expose your daughter to balloons. Good girl. Smart woman.
Oh, shit. Why is this fucking working right? That's funny.
I can't even take my daughter to pizza parties because I know that there are going to be balloons there, and I feel suffocated. I don't know why. I'm so afraid of them. I want to get help. I don't want to feel this way anymore.
Good one. All right, that works. It certainly does.
Jeez.
Well, Maury shows her blanks on TV and plays sounds of blanks rubbing. This is what Maury does to try to cure her of her phobia.
Your 5-year-old daughter loves balloons.
Oh, shit. Oh, boy. That ain't good.
Can we have her back for a future show?
Future show about fathers that shoot themselves.
Oh, she's perfect for our paternity testing right now. So,
is it true you were robbed by a balloon?
All right, here we go.
Your 5-year-old daughter loves balloons.
She loves balloons, and I can't even take her and have her enjoy a party because I'm afraid. I'm afraid. And I can't remember a time where I could go and enjoy myself at a party or
you
be
ever
somewhere.
seen those guys who make these characters out of the balloons? It's the sound you couldn't stand, right?
I can't stand it.
How about when you blow them up?
I can't do it. I can't be around people that are doing it. I can't put
Blow
air
up
in.
a little
I can't put
balloon?
air in my tires. I have to go and
You
have.
can't put air in your tires?
No, I can't.
That's the video screen with balloons popping, obviously.
Cause it sound like gum popping, you know.
Enough!
I think it has something to do with
Get a
growing
hold
up
of
around
yourself.
violence.
Oh,
Because
hold on.
I think it's the impending pop.
Hold on, my mic's kind of cutting out. I need to balloon rig it. Hold on. All right, that's better. Oof. Yeah.
Fucking, I'm so fucking tired. You understand? There must have been a party going next to my fucking apartment.
Really?
Really?
Fucking, just I could hear balloons all night. I think that has something to do with the fear of violence because when you're blowing it up, it's like the impending.
Yeah, the popping of a balloon was always very like, a lot of anxiety as a kid when you had a balloon because it was so fragile. That popping noise.
Yeah, I think that's what it's either about that or it's about love lost.
Hey,
yeah.
Are you into analyzing of dreams?
Depends. I've had a few myself, but what? Do you have one?
My lovely fiance. She's into that a little bit. Her mom's into that a little bit. So
I'm very good at it, actually.
So every once in a while, I will bring a dream to her attention.
Yeah.
And I think I finally stumped her. I had a dream.
Cut her leg off?
That I took a massive, easy, flowing shit into what looked sort of like a cross between a bucket and a toilet bowl, and filled it right up to the tippy top.
The tippity top.
The tippity top. And there was still more shit that needed to come out. So I had to get a smaller toilet/bucket apparatus and continued my shit fest.
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have all this inner turmoil and maybe pain shit that has to come out.
Oh. And there's not enough room for it.
You know, you're afraid it's going to overflow and you won't know where to put it and you won't know what to do with it.
All right.
Either that or you really just got to take a dump. I had a dream that Stump Psychologist, actually. I would dream every night that I was eating black licorice out of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's pants.
You ass. Someone's saying nobody's cursing. The show beeps for effect.
That's what I was... Dude, this one wasn't even that bad. I think the next phobia down the list, the beeping is so bad that you can't even understand what the phobia... Like, she's trying to explain why she has this phobia, and it's beeped so heavily that at the end of the track, you're like... I still don't understand.
Right. And it's just for no reason. Like when we beep stuff sometimes, what are they doing?
Somebody is saying that's why they do that. I don't know. Axel Rosenberg from MySpace, he writes, I can interpret Opie's dream. I set myself up for this one big time. Where did he go, though? Oh, Opie's full of shit. There you go. All right, Maury trying to cure Megan's balloon phobia.
What happened when you walked into a nightclub?
There was an anniversary party, and we walked in. We're all excited. We've been looking forward to it. We walk in, and it's wall-to-wall balloons.
Oh, God. Can you hear these clips at a time? This works perfect.
Geez, been there.
Wall-to-wall.
Wall-to-wall balloons. Run.
Wow. I gotta hear that again.
What happened when you walked into a nightclub?
Yeah, tell us, please.
There was an anniversary party, and we walked in. We're all excited. We've been looking forward to it. We walk in, and it's wall-to-wall balloons all over the floor, all on the walls, and we had to leave.
So we're going to bring some balloons out here. And Megan...
Fay Ray.
Bring some blood.
All right. I think we've made our point. This is worse than the pickle lady. Megan, stop right here. Stop right here. We're going to protect you, Megan.
We're going to protect you.
But you can't be the protector and the sick fuck at the same time.
Antagonizer
Right.
and protector.
Don't worry, we'll protect you, even though we caused your horrific reaction.
Maury's like the mob. You need protection from Maury.
And it's not like they brought out like 3 or 4 just like circular balloons. It had to be like a 6-foot balloon man.
Right.
Like, you know, balloon animals, pools. This was like a cowboy made out of balloons that they paraded out.
How bad would you want to drink with Maury to find out what goes on in that sick head of his?
Yeah, there's few ideas that were passed up. Some of those phobias. One woman was afraid of big, hairy fucking pricks. Just have them go off.
So I had Steve C. Chaser.
Because he is. Stop right here. We're going to protect you, Megan. We're not going to let that go. All right, now that's enough. Okay. Oh boy. No, it's over. We're not busting balloons. We're not popping them. Okay, we're over. We're going up here. We're not going to even look at these balloons. Okay? We're not going to look at them.
Not even going to look at him.
There you go. Maury rules.
Yes, he does.
You want to continue? It's up to you guys.
That was a good one.
We could try to substitute. We'll play the substitute game.
What's the next
We might
phobia?
need help with this on instant feedback. The next lady is scared of bubble gum. So follow the same thing we started. So Maury goes to this lady. Look, you can't say blank on the TV, so you got to say bubble gum.
The obvious one would be jism.
That's right.
Just a cum wad. She's afraid of cum wads.
You want to go with jism?
Yeah.
Jism.
All right.
Jism.
I like cum wads too. The whole
Yes,
thing.
Dan?
There's blowing cum bubbles.
All right, perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's afraid of
and we wonder,
jism.
and we wonder why our number's low in the Daily News today.
I was just
Yes,
thinking,
Danny?
Well, I remember when I was cutting this up, I think that'll work just fine.
Jism.
All right, so screw that she's scared of, because we've done this phobia shit before. Now we got a new way to play this audio. All right, so we're going to meet, I don't even know her name.
Wait. You might want to go to line 7 just to, finish off on the last balloon thing.
All right. Peter, Seattle.
You see that shit? 2 fucking balloons stole my truck.
Come on, you gotta love Goodfellas.
Shit. All right, here we go. So now we got this lady. She is scared of bubble gum, but
balloon, please.
Someone's saying make it juice.
I think jism.
All right, we're going to go with jism. So just so you're playing along at home, Maury goes to this lady like, look, I know you got this phobia of jism, but we can't say jism on the TV.
And
so
say jism.
Just say bubble gum.
Gonna get in trouble.
Right.
If we say jism. So just say bubble gum.
All right.
That's right. That'll work.
So now you at home have to make believe you could hear jism and jism bubbles and all that fun stuff. Here we go. Here we go.
Quit chair, sit down. Down, quit chair.
Yes.
Quit chair, this not. Sit down, this is the safest place, trust me.
Okay. No, it's safe.
You wouldn't believe that somebody who has a devastating fear would come out here act like this when she is afraid of bubble gum.
It's right there.
Why are you afraid of bubble gum?
I had it chewed up
What's
there.
the matter with it?
Because it's nasty.
It's nasty?
Oh, she's making the sounds of being splashed by jism. You're listening to the sounds of jism being sprayed all over her face.
Did you see a sign outside that said deflated balloon storage? Did you see a sign outside that said deflated balloon storage? No.
We liked it.
I thought it was very funny. That's the skid.
All right, here we go.
Oh, let's give it the full Danny. Oh, sorry about that.
That was
Damn
about
cab.
4:20 in the morning.
Let's listen to this lady
4:20.
scared of jism, not bubblegum.
Yes.
I had it chewed up
What's
there.
the matter with it?
Because it's nasty.
It's nasty?
Yeah, it's just like...
Everybody chews gum?
Nah, I don't chew gum. I don't got to chew gum no more.
So when did all this start?
Like when I was little.
What happened?
My she would stick it on spots and Coke cans. And she would just put it back in
In her mouth?
back in. It's like dirt and hair and everything stuck in.
What are they bleeping?
Fuck was that?
They would fuck, hair, fuck, shit, cocaine, dirt, cocaine, fuck, cock, shit. Like, what are they bleeping?
Cunt.
Just put bleeps in my show.
I think that caller was onto something with that. All right, so we continue.
Damn.
This lady is scared. Remember, jism, not bubblegum.
Jism.
Listen to this. Quit chair. Come on, sit down. You don't want to go out there. I I told you don't want to go out there.
They just
You don't
showing
like-
the damn gun.
Okay, all right, take it off. Take it off the
damn
screen.
tape.
Take it off the screen. Did you slap a co-worker because she was chewing gum?
She thought it'd be funny. She took it out her mouth and she did like that at me with it. Ooh. And I slapped her, yeah. You don't do that?
The chewing gum can attack you?
Yes, because it got in my hair one time. And I had to, they cut my hair. So yes, it attacks. Yes, it does. It attacks. And then it was like it wouldn't come out my hands.
This is so stupid. This is
That's
hilarious. God, I hope they're...
That is hysterical that a balloon is afraid of bubble gum.
And there's nothing worse than when your daughter comes home with the bubble gum of a balloon. Don't swallow that, please. If you have to have it, make sure you throw it out. You can never swallow that. It's so bad for you to swallow that gum. Please.
Well, now
I only pray you'll shit it out.
In this clip, she talks about bubble gum / jism in ice cream. And then Maury then brings out what has to be 50 pounds of jism.
Or gum.
Or gum.
It's my bubble gum at the end of your ice cream. Ooh. And then that little gumball in that little screwball thing. Ooh. And it just be melting around your ice cream.
Quit shit.
And I like ooh, I don't like that bubble gum. Ooh.
We're going to bring out some gum.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not.
Here comes the jism. It's just a big long beep.
Quit shit.
The exit.
Quit share.
The exit. She wants it in the ass.
It's the exit.
Quit share. Quit share. That's enough.
What's that screaming sound like?
That's too
Stop
much
it.
gum, and I'm gonna
Share.
smell it.
Come back.
No.
It's over. Out of there. Quit share. I took it out.
Yeah.
I took it out.
Okay.
Come here.
It's gone.
Come, it's gone.
It's gone.
It's
if
gone.
I smell it, Maury.
Yeah, it's gone.
If I smell, I swear to God.
Okay,
I
you're
smell
gone.
chlorine.
That smell. That smell.
Okay, we got rid of the smell. We'll be back in a moment.
She don't even like the smell of it.
Of jism. Let's say hi to James in Virginia. James.
Hey, what's going on? This is so funny. I am dying laughing. I got a new bit for you. How about Thursday could be insert a word Thursday? This is hilarious.
How about we just do it when it makes sense, sir?
Exactly.
Hey, balloons.
Exactly.
Balloon lovers are worse than people that are afraid of balloons. I hate balloon lovers.
All right, get out of here, James. Jesus.
James.
It's just an excuse.
I said balloon lovers.
Of course.
All right, listen. Let's try. You want to keep trying this or what? It's a better way to listen to this shit.
Yeah.
We got Amanda. She's afraid of all chickens.
Chickens. Chickens. That's a tough one. Because, it all just goes back to balloons. But, what are people afraid of?
Turkeys. Let's make it turkeys. That'll be funny. Come on, guys. Every time she says chickens, deep down we think she's saying turkey.
How could that be possible?
It's going to be funny. We play like one track where they say chickens, but we make them think it's turkeys. And watch how funny it is.
Okay, well, we're just going to have to go with Mongoloid.
All right, let's go with Mongoloid.
Here we
I hate
go.
the way they gobble.
Mongoloid.
We gotta be turkeys. That's a joke we ain't going. Yeah,
I'm proud of us as a show today. Because we all want to just say, oh, fuck it, and go back to balloons. But,
No.
All right, let's try Mongoloids.
We're going with Mongoloids.
Look, we're maturing here in front of your eyes.
Now, all right, what are you afraid of?
Amanda's afraid of all
I'm afraid
Mongoloids.
of Mongoloids, Marty.
I bought a KFC and there was a Pete Rose wig in it.
No, you can't say mongoloids. So just say chickens, okay? But Maury, I'm afraid of mongoloids. No, we'll get in trouble. Understand me here. You say chicken, we'll all know you mean mongoloid.
All right, let's try it.
Will this work, you think?
I'm remembering one of the tracks, and I think it's going to be just fine.
All right. Awesome. Here we go. Amanda is afraid of all mongoloids.
Let me tell you what Amanda doesn't like. Let me tell you what can't stand. Chicken. It's just not real chickens. It could be raw chickens. She doesn't even like eggs. She doesn't like the candy. She doesn't like the yellow chickens. The yellow marshmallow chickens.
Peeps.
Those. And doesn't like the San Diego chicken.
See, turkey.
What?
Oh.
All right, well, that part didn't work very well.
I've
never seen candy mongoloids.
When she talks about where it came from.
No, candy is smarter.
Jesus.
And less embarrassing to hold up in a photo. Is that your kid? No, it's a Pez dispenser facing the wrong way.
I've seen M&Ms displayed in their upside-down hair.
You know how many chickens Americans eat every day?
Not me.
Amanda, what is it about chicken?
Because when I was younger, I was walking down the street. We lived in this little town, and everybody had chickens, and the chicken got out of the yard, and he chased him down the street. Keep walking faster and faster. I couldn't get away from it.
That's what makes sense.
You have nightmares, don't you? What's your nightmare?
There's a big, giant chicken.
6 foot.
It's chasing me.
All right. We repeat ourselves
came back.
a little bit. We came
That
back a
came
little
back.
Do you believe that a raw chicken can come alive? You.
I don't get the beeps. What could they possibly...
And do you have kids?
I do have two.
What do you serve them eggs?
No.
Do you celebrate Easter? I'm gonna play something for you. Now, Amanda. Oh, okay, turn it off. Amanda. And then your family made fun of you, didn't they? What did they do?
My little brother-in-law, he chased me around the yard. The chicken, and he's laughing, and he wouldn't stop.
He wouldn't stop.
All right, we're losing him again. We're losing him.
Well, no, he was running around with a mongoloid in his hand.
The beeps don't even make sense.
No.
Like, Maury will be saying something, and they'll beep it. It's not like Maury's cursing.
I have no idea what it could be. It doesn't make any sense.
No.
Kind of smart.
Just throw beeps in.
And then they're obviously trying to have an edge because Jerry Springer has beeps all the time. So I think he's taking a page from Jerry's book. Wow.
You want to face your worst fear.
I do.
Amanda, you got to face your worst. Stay in your seat now.
The beeps.
Come here, Amanda. Come here, Amanda. Come here, Amanda.
Come here. Come here, Amanda.
Stand up. Okay. Oh, the live chicken.
Just hear beep like chicken beep.
Amanda. Okay, you saw the chicken.
What the F is going on with
I wish we'd have heard this before we talked to Maury.
It's distracting the hell out of us as far as our bit goes.
They're too long
His
to be
audience,
anything.
His audience is probably cursing.
No, I don't think it is because he's been. The last time he did the Phobia show, they didn't really have many beeps, if any.
If there was a problem like that
Something has
ever,
changed.
they would tell the audience, look, we're
the
fucking
fuck
taping
up.
here. You shut the fuck up.
Or we're kicking you out.
I mean, it can't be the woman with the phobia because she's in like mid scream.
Yeah, she's crying or screaming, and
It can't be Maury.
Foul mouth Maury.
Let's say hi to Jeff in Chicago. Jeff.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I know. What's up?
What's going on? Am I on the air?
Yeah.
Yes, you are, sweetie.
I just want to let you know that I think your station is awful, and you guys have absolutely nothing to say that's funny, other than it's proud the fact that you guys are able to swear on the air.
You raise a good point.
Okay.
Interesting.
Why are you listening?
But see, you think you got us.
Why do you care what I'm doing there? I'm calling in
Jeff,
to talk about your show.
But
That's
why?
what I'm doing.
But
You got a
why
problem
won't?
with that
Why don't
there?
you just try something else then?
Problem with that
I
there?
certainly will. I'm calling to give you my 2 cents. You got a problem with that?
Frankus.
Why don't you swear at me? Because you could swear now, can't you?
Swear now. You've been swearing for 3 years, sir.
Swear.
Where's the frunkus? Or
Yeah, give us a good frunkus.
You guys are the biggest. You guys get paid?
No, we volunteer. This is volunteer work, you douche. Listen to him. He wants to hear himself on the radio. We're on the radio, douchebag.
Yeah,
you got to turn it on to hear yourself. Oh, what a loser. What a loser. Lidge, turn it up. Maybe I'll hear my voice. It must be nice to hear your voice on the radio.
That's it, exactly. You're really funny, man.
What a douchebag. Let me hear. I think I said something funny. Let me call my buddies and tell them I was on. I hung up, you faggot. You fucking faggot. Call back, you fag.
But yesterday you were saying that
Go suck balloon cock.
But you were saying yesterday that you don't want to be bothered by this type of thing anymore because it's too stressful.
Yeah, I'm not bothered. Really, that
I
was
don't
just kind of
care
fun.
either.
That was kind of just fun.
Hope is he comes home and finds his girlfriend playing with like 4 balloons and fucking gum in her hair. And then 9 months later she's fucking holding a chicken.
the fucking trifecta.
I was trying to figure out how you're going to work in chicken. I'm sitting there like, wait for it.
Gotta be careful that the balloons don't eat the mongoloid.
Oh shit! Why don't we do Amber Lee and get the hell out of here or out of this bit? She's afraid of crabs. Suggestions are coming in. Replace crabs with cocks, gays.
I have a funny one.
Oh yes.
Potato salad.
Potato salad. It is. Crabs. It would have to be something sexual, either a penis, or perhaps just crabs.
How about we go with uncut penises?
Uncut dick. Okay.
She's only afraid of the extra skin on the tip. She's not afraid of the cock. Only a guy who's real foreskinny.
The foreskin. She's afraid of foreskin.
Uncut cock.
All right.
From the tip out.
Very good.
Foreskin, yeah. All right?
Yeah.
So Amber Lee is afraid of uncut cock.
Just the foreskin.
Now, this is Amber Lee. Now, Amber Lee has a big problem. The only way she can get rid of her phobia, she'd have to move. You see, she lives in Florida. She can't stand crabs. What are you doing in Florida if you can't stand crabs?
Jews. Crabs have to be Jews.
Cubans.
There, I've got
Okay.
a job. I can't just
Okay.
move.
Crabs are Jews. Let's switch it around. We're sorry about the whole uncut penis thing. Crabs have to equal Jews now.
Yeah. I kind of like my uncut cock.
Yeah, but it's
I
the
don't
location.
have an uncut cock.
Are you unclipped?
Fuck you.
That's a good clip to keep.
You really think I'm unclipped? Are you insane?
Oh, you might be.
I just like the idea that I came up with, which was uncut cock.
You came up with the uncut cock?
That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
Leave it alone.
I'm a messiah. Of course it's cut.
You clipped?
Yeah. Tightly.
Got a nice crown on it, too?
Highly nice. I was tailored.
I think I was tailored.
I left a little room to grow in, so I have like fucking elbows of skin on the side.
Your cock looks like Superman.
Yeah, it does.
Elbows of skin.
My cock is standing akimbo with its arms akimbo, and I store things in there since it's not going to grow anymore.
Mine looks like Lucas's neck. It's all ready to grow and be plump.
All right, we gotta go with Jew.
Mine is cut so tight that every time I get a hard on, my fucking asshole sucks in. I was cut. They didn't leave me any breathing room at all. You'll know
the skin is so tight.
You know I get a hard on because my toes scrape down against the floor. He's enjoying that.
All right, here we go. We go with the Jew.
Yeah.
Now, this is Amber Lee. Now, Amber Lee has a big, big problem. The only way she can get rid of her phobia, she'd have to move. You see, she lives in Florida. She can't stand crabs. What are you doing in Florida if you can't stand crabs?
I can't move away from Florida. I'm in school there. I've got a job. I can't just move away from Florida.
Look, now, at that picture.
I don't want to. I'm not looking.
You're not looking?
No.
Okay. You kicked your friend's mother in the face.
Wow. Hope it wasn't on the Sabbath.
Because you were running away from a crab. It was like this big, wasn't it?
It was smaller than...
Sometimes you think rocks are crabs.
If I think that a rock in the ocean is a crab, I can't go back in the water, even if it is just a rock, even if it's not a crab. I won't go back in the water.
Oh, my God. Oh, I think that kind of works. It works. Bravo. She's going to explain why she's afraid of Jews in this clip.
Okay.
Crabs are so ugly. I hate the way they look. I hate the way...
That's really vicious of her.
Oh, my God. This anti-Semite. Oh, my God. Oh, this is horrible.
Alphonse is an anti-Semite.
Call the authorities.
You should not talk about the Jewish people in that fashion.
This is awful.
Crabs are so ugly. I hate the way they look. I hate the way they walk. I hate their eyes, their claws.
It's a Borat line. the Jew. To defend against the claws.
Of the Jew.
Their claws. Oh, Jesus. What a great game. This is bad.
Crabs are so ugly. I hate the way they look. I hate the way they walk. I hate their eyes, their claws. When I see a crab, I get real shaky, and my hands start sweating, and I start crying. There was a crab mating season not too long ago. I live in Florida. They're everywhere.
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
I live in Florida. They're everywhere. I wish I could avoid them because it would make my life so much easier. I feel like crabs know that I'm there, and they know that I'm scared of them, and so they're trying to get me. They're chasing me. They're feeding off this fear that I have. All of my friends like to go swimming way out in the ocean near rocks, and I can't go with them because I'm afraid I'll see a crab. And so I always get left behind on the beach. And I don't even like to eat at restaurants that serve crab legs because I don't even like to be near a dead crab. Thinking about everything that I'm missing because of my fear. They're haunting me in my dreams. I can't get away from them.
Wow. For the most part, that's right.
That really is spot on as far as if you want to go with some anti-Semitism and that woman's little rant.
All right, here we go. Maury scares her with a Jew.
Is it the claws? What is it?
Everything is the way they crawl, is their claws, their eyes, everything about them.
You don't want to, but you've got to.
Where?
This is the first leg in the process. Okay, bring out the crabs.
No, don't. Please don't. No. No.
You don't want to go that way.
Publicist walks out. What?
Hello?
You're all right. Okay, it's going to be all right. 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 All right, don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. All right. Okay. All right. Did you see it? Okay. Well, we'll take it away now. Okay. You see it right here, and now we'll take it away. Amber, take a look at it.
Me, please.
All right, no, don't get any closer. Come here. It's over.
Well,
that is funny, man.
That's funny.
Oh, wow, that was brutal. Their eyes, their claws. I live in Florida. They're everywhere.
But can you imagine how funny it would be if she said every time I go to the bank, there's just a bunch of crabs? That would have been perfect. Or I can't even get news because the crabs are running the media down here.
We got to do that bit with like the local news or something. We can't let that one die.
Yeah.
That's too fucking good, man.
Yeah.
Fucking good.
I'm fucking tired, man.
Yeah, a little bit.
I lose my wind between
there.
10:30 and 11.
We can do a line of the day.
Yeah.
It's brought to you by Destination Sources, currently inactive. Sorry, monitor of presets.
All right.
There we go.
I'm not sure.
Sorry, I'm like a news guy with the teleprompter.
You know how tired I am? That I'm going to doze off when I get home with a log, like a piece of shit half hanging out of my ass. Like I was sitting in the toilet, I'll be shitting, and I'll be so tired, I'll just walk into bed and fall asleep on my side with the log sticking halfway out, and I'll finish it later. That's why I want to get a puppy, so when that happens, he can come up and just chew it out while I'm sleeping. Fucking.
I don't know if a puppy would do that.
Sure he would. He just he'd gobble it down and fucking swab out my cheeks, and I wouldn't have to move.
Swab.
Lee Abrams just sent me an email.
Yeah.
That's all I should say is 500 Z's from Lee.
Who can I send this to? He's got control tower tape of the midair collision at Republic Airport.
When did it happen?
What does he have?
Remember we were talking about
the collision, Republic?
He's got control tower tape.
Oh.
And he says it gets real interesting a minute in.
Well, the guys lived, so it's got to be like really creepy
what do we
that
got?
they're
Who can I
probably
send this to?
panicky.
Anybody. You can send it to me or Steve or Dan, anybody.
Yeah.
Danny.
Send it to Maury.
Danny. Hope this isn't my cousin Danny.
Danny.
Gotta make sure. Hello, right?
Oh, no. Don't give that one. Give Danny at FoundryMusic.com.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna send it to Than then, because I don't have that in my system. Than.
Okay.
Wait.
The Gmail one. It's fine.
I don't have you either.
Oh, son of a. Damn it. Foundry Music.
Why would I? All right.
I love this. Just send it to anyone. There's all kinds of send it that. No, don't even mention that one.
Send it to our personal email.
No, not that one either.
That's for. All right.
Well,
I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Maybe we can get this on before the end of the show.
Okay, my computer just craps at the line.
All we have to do is get it, just a file. Maybe just the easiest way. We don't have to edit. I just want to hear a minute in. He says it's pretty good. Okay, what are we doing? BowDogFantasy.net?
Yeah.
All right. We don't need their slug line. We know about BowDogFantasy.net. It's a great website for the fantasy football players out there.
Who doesn't know that by now?
A lot of people play that fantasy football. They need a place to go to get some of that stats and stuff.
It's almost like cheating.
Well, yeah. Yeah. So just check out BowDogFantasy.net. All right? You can be smart if you go there as far as your fantasy football goes. And they have everything you need to win the season. BowDogFantasy.net. Here is a runner-up line of the day.
Kind of just fun.
Hope is he comes home and finds his girlfriend playing with like 4 balloons and fucking gum in her hair. And then 9 months later she's fucking holding a chicken. Not enough fuckings in that one. Jesus, what a rookie.
Fucking.
Fucking. Who am I, Mac the Sailor? I talk like a dock worker. What am I in a locker room?
Scott Dunham from Florida says, no show prep. This sucks, really. We just did 5 hours of radio.
Scott from Dunham.
We can list.
Here's what Scott says.
We can list a greatest hits of bits from today's show.
Wait, I want to call him Scott from Dunham.
Ooh.
That'll teach him.
Scott can take a long walk off a short pier.
Wow.
And fall mouth first onto a balloon.
Let's do another runner-up line of the day. And your family?
No.
Put it right next to your family picture, which, of course, would be you alone on a counter.
No.
You know. What the fuck was that?
That was a great line by me, the Opster.
Yeah, but it should have been in a little more context.
Nah.
Yeah?
Nah.
Nah.
No, I like when you don't know what the fuck it is. That's the beauty of it. I was talking about Stalker Patty.
Oh, right. Okay.
Here's another runner-up line of the day. A lot of gun owners checking in. A lot of disgruntled listeners checking in. Where to go? Sarah, what's
Only
up?
they could join forces.
That was really funny. Obviously. We're one of me.
Obviously.
Runner-up line of the day. BodogFantasy.net. Thank you. Here's the final runner-up line of the day. Some real bizarre thing. He just can't help himself.
If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again.
All right.
If you need help.
That's the sound in his head.
There it is, yeah.
Wow, a lot of crab jokes coming in. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Here is your line of the day.
Here comes line of the day, line of the day. I had a dream that Stump Psychologist actually. I would dream every night that I was eating black licorice out of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's pants.
It doesn't get much better than that, folks. We'll see you tomorrow.
That's great.
Yeah.
As we leave you on this Sunday morning, here's me taking a big poop. Sometimes a poop is a good thing on a Sunday morning. Something you'd like to share with your neighbors, your friends. Here's me and the sounds of dumping. Oftentimes we don't have time to show you the poop. Today, here's me taking a dump and then me showing it to you. Oftentimes we like to leave our viewers with a little something from the outside. Today, it's me taking a poop. Here's me running to the outhouse to take a big old Harry. And as we leave you on this Sunday morning, the sounds of pooping. Because there's nothing better than a good poop.
Jesus. How about a little variety?
Greg Hughes and Anthony Cumia have announced
We hate women and we butt sex each other.
no, we shan't be doing that.
One of you guys can eat my ass right now. It's fantastic.